Los Angeles, welcome to Doll the home of your Los Angeles Derby Dolls. Today, we present the championship bout of the 2024 Battle on the Bank between the Arizona Hotshots and the San Diego Wildfires. Who's ready to meet the skaters? All right, let's welcome Arizona to the track, everybody.
Now taking the track, the Arizona Hotshots. Like Burton Bar Library in Central Phoenix, I want you to raise the roof off this place a couple inches. Rostered this weekend for Arizona, number 00 Novocaine. Number 22, Mimi Mahler. Number 23, Murder Mittens. Number 34, Pretty Hurt Machine. Number 41, Joliet Jane. Number 44, Magnum Dirty Carrie. Number 55, Skid Vicious. Number 95, Lightning the Queen. Number 131, Muerta. Number 172, Pikachu. Number 300, Dolly Spartan. Number 600, Thigh Voltage. Number 616, Antifa. Number 626, Remy Ruckus. Number 772, Al Annihilation. Number 835, Scaren Yeager. Number 925, Evil Twin. Number 2187, Princess Leia. Co-captain of the Arizona Hotshots, number 4, Cherry Kiss. And your captain of the 2024 Arizona Hotshots, number 623, Holly Hood. Team manager Troy McClure, bench coach Nikki Badass. That's the Arizona Hotshots.
All right, get ready. Now taking the track all the way from sunny San Diego. Light it up, burn it down, say hello to the Derby United Wildfires. We have number 4, Malaboomer. Number 7, Slamurai. Number 37, Salty Siren. Number 43, our co-captain, Jax. Number 66, Sugar Rage. Number 99, Rackham Ralph. Number 3.14, Kim Kong. Number 408, Halftown. Number 707, Lil Pit Bull. Number 805, Hetty Lascar. Number 999, Iggy Cox. Number 1011, your co-captain, Rogue Rammer. Number 1184, Rocks and Socks. Number 1256, Stips. And number 1420, Lala Tiburona. They are coached by Killer Groove and Dr. B. Give it up for the Wildfires!
All right, we would like to thank our 2024 championship bout, radical officiating crew. Head ref, Mazapan de Shimosa. General executioner, game executioner, Hasselblack. Jammer refs, Oliver Closeoff and Bell Bruising. Your pack refs, Chicky Ricardo and Bender B. Rodriguez. Outside refs are Suspect Ed and Infidel Castro. Your penalty tracker is Sweep the Leg Johnny. Penalty track assistant, Cherry Blazer. Running those penalty boxes, we got Morning Wood and Nama Slay. Eyes in the Sky, Voltron and Scary Pratchett. On the scoreboard, we got Bunny Holly. And on whiteboard, we got Lady Macbeth. And of course, our runner, Soy Boy, our alt, Ref Boy RD, and our other alt is Molly Moonlight. Give it up for our officiating crew. I would like to thank our EMTs, the doll repair team, of course, our track monkeys, and the rad crew up here, and everyone who has worked so hard to make this happen. Your announcers for this bout will be, what you say, Jay? And Clofton P. Grudge. The Derby Dolls acknowledge that we gather on traditional and unceded Keech and Tongva land. We ask Glee members and the Derby Dolls community to honor with gratitude the Keech and Tongva people, elders, and the land itself. And now I got one question for you. Are you ready for roller derby action?
I know both of these teams are ready to get it going. I think I just saw a chest bump over there at the Wildfires. That is Captain Rogue Rammer taking the track to jam for this first jam for the Wildfires.
First jammer for Arizona is going to be Dolly Spartan, just like yesterday in Arizona's first bout. Dolly led things off. We're underway in the championship bout. That's your first whistle of the first jam. And right off the jump, we've got both jammers running up against walls of defenders in this full pack affair. Now Dolly trying to duck by as they reach the apex of the turn right in front of us here in the announcer's nest.
We've got a little bit of a jammer on jammer action there. I saw Rogue Rammer doing a little bit of blocking. Dolly Spartan now out of the pack and picking up lead. Rogue still trying to break through that wall back there.
Looks like we got the star stashed by San Diego. Trying to hop by, Rogue Rammer gets tripped up, trying to execute a coping jump, and Dolly Spartan's able to finish off a scoring pass. 17 seconds left in this jam. Pack now picking up speed here at the end of the front straightaway as Dolly Spartan is approaching for another scoring pass.
Yeah, a lot of jammer on jammer action here.
Rogue Rammer still deep in the pack and has that star stashed and
broke out with about a second left in that jam.
I was going to say, technically speaking, mark it down in the scoring column.
But it's the principle of the thing.
That's exactly. I mean, you know what? Every rules-oriented person would say, absolutely, that jammer got out.
Starting quite a ways back from that jam line, I see Malaboomer jamming for the Wildfires.
Ends up being 8 points for the Hot Shots to start the scoring, and your jammer for the Hot Shots is going to be Cherry Kiss.
We saw this matchup quite a bit yesterday when we were watching the Derby. Oops, sorry, we're getting some penalties here. We got two in the box. Two. We got one apiece in the box. One apiece in the box.
And Skid Vicious picking up two penalties. Looks
yes,
like we
yeah, that's Jax is in the box on an arms penalty.
A couple early penalties there as the jam gets underway. Here comes Cherry right up mid-pack and again meets that wall of San Diego defenders. Just trying to go right through the middle, breaks their grip and manages to push the wrist out of the way. And now here comes Malaboomer. It's another 4-on-4 jam, and we got ourselves a jammer race back to the pack. Cherry Kiss is going to barrel down. Malaboomer up to the challenge. Cherry goes in, back in first, trying to get the points.
We'll see. I think just managed to eke out one point there, I believe.
Two points comes up from the infield. Oliver Closeoff.
Oh, because there was a ghost point.
Ghost point. There you go. One skater.
Spooky.
One skater, spooky point. Ooh.
Looks like we might have a timeout.
We do. We've got an early team timeout. That's going to be a timeout for the Hot Shots here in the early going. So,
yes. I do sort of assume that by the time we make it to championships, the vast majority of people watching know how Derby works, but just in case, I think we have the time.
Yeah,
you know?
of course, absolutely. I mean, first of all, is anybody here in the audience actually at their first roller derby bout? Is anybody? Look at that.
Well,
Well, hey, you know
welcome.
what? You picked a pretty good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So what we got out there is you're going to see each team has got 5 players on the track at a time. We've got 4 blockers and 1 jammer. The jammer's the one with the star on their head. The jammer's job is to break out of that pack, and then once they're out, they're going to try to go ahead and skate that lap as quick as they can. Once they make it back to the pack, they're going to pick up a point for every member of the opposite team that they pass. You'll also see we have one other helmet cover out there. It's the one with the stripe. That's a special kind of blocker. It's called a pivot. The pivot has the ability to become the jammer if the jammer gets stuck or just decides they don't feel like jamming the rest of the jam. They can take the star off and pass it to the pivot. The pivot's the only one that can take that star and become the jammer. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that we'll, get into, but
yeah, that's the once over. That's what I was telling the food truck crews last night when I'm the announcer. They're like, really? Would you mind explaining? I'm like, would I?
Yeah.
Let me hold up the line for several minutes.
All right, so it looks like we actually have Cherry Kiss in the box for Arizona, which means this is a power jam
You
for
got
the
yourself a
Wildfires.
San Diego power jam.
Let's make some noise for Boomer.
San Diego looking for their first points and have a golden opportunity to do so here for sure. Malaboomer again, right back on the jammer line after that timeout, had a chance to sit down for 30 seconds and is going to go out there to jam for San Diego.
We've got the entire San Diego blocker line sort of sweeping in like the flight of the Valkyries coming in to help out and try and clear the way a little bit here for Boomer, who's going to go ahead and do sort of like a half an apex
What a
hop,
move.
but effective, break out of the pack, and now going to be coming around with still about half the jam left to go see if she can score some of these points.
San Diego's trying to play the accordion since they haven't been able to capture a goat for Arizona. And I'm going to say, too, with Malaboomer, a big sliding block there, Pikachu giving it all up trying to block. But as Malaboomer snuck along the inside and got clear, it's not easy to get by that 4 wall of Arizona defenders on a power play. They really pride themselves on special teams and their penalty kill on the power play. So, yeah, it was a very slick move by Malaboomer to get out around that. And we'll see what kind of points she was able to pull in.
She got the full Cinco de Rinco, the full 5 points on that one.
Good effort, good effort.
Going to bring the score to 10-5 Arizona.
In the very early going. However, Malaboomer is in the penalty box, and we have an Arizona power jam to go back the other way. You do see that sometimes. San Diego is also down a blocker.
Yeah, that is Rocks and Socks in the box.
Mm-hmm. And Arizona's got 1 blocker in their box. That was Pikachu that ended up tumbling halfway across the infield trying to execute a block successfully. So we're underway. Cherry Kiss now, the other primary number 4 jammer for Arizona, is able to get out. Pretty Hurt Machine helping close the door along the inside. And so now the pack is going to set up. Cherry Kiss quickly approaching the pack, as is her wont, zips through and is able to get by. Big block attempt by number 805 for San Diego. That's Hetty Lascar, and Cherry Kiss was able to just get by and deflect that shoulder.
Ooh, death from above there, kind of sliding down Hetty Lascar with the block.
And Cherry again able to get through. Another wonderful block by Hollywood, clearing the way. Once again, you see the Arizona power play offense in action, and once again, Arizona really feels like limiting the power plays for the other team and maximizing your power play is the best way to go about being successful. Cherry Kiss finishing off another scoring pass. And we'll check the score from the infield.
Very successful power jam there for Arizona. That was a 15-point power jam for Arizona.
There's a big 1-5 on the board for the Arizona Hotshots.
It's going to bring the score to 25-5 Arizona.
We have 2 jammers both starting at the jammer line, which seems downright unconventional at this point.
Really playing it by the book. That is Sugar Rage out there jamming for the Wildfires. We do have, it looks like we got 1 each in the box, I believe.
We're going to have
1 each in the box.
Timeout, either a timeout or a challenge. Let me see. It is going to be a challenge. I did see Coach Troy McClure pulling the challenge flag out.
So each team gets the opportunity to do a challenge or an official review where they request, they either just say nuh-uh to whatever the refs just said, or they say, we think that there should have been a call when there wasn't. The coaches and captains will head out there, do a little rules lawyering with the refs, and then when they make that decision, if the team that requested the official review wins it, they will get to keep that official review for the remainder of the half. If they lose it, they will not get to call another official review until the second half of the game.
Well, one correction. We're back to full-length bouts, so they do get 2 challenges per half. So we have 2 challenges available in the first half, and then a maximum of 2 in the second half. There's a lot of moving parts on that, but I believe that's currently the radical rule set. But yeah, if you look on the scoreboard.
You're so right.
Yeah. You were thinking half-length bout.
I was thinking flat track.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the problem is when you got your toes in mini pools, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's like when I showed up to announce at a place and I thought they were WIFTDA, and they said, we're USARs, and I'm like, all
Never
right.
heard of it.
All right, as long as the one with the star scores the points, I'll figure out the rest of it.
Never heard of it, refuse to acknowledge it. Thank you.
So I also wanted to mention, we wanted to take a second during this challenge. It's today being June 30th is actually really meaningful to the Arizona team, and I was going to mention, people from outside of Phoenix might not be that familiar with this, but on June 30th, 2013, the reason that the Hotshots are named the Hotshots is there was a wildfire outside of Phoenix, and 19 wildland firefighters lost their lives 13 years ago today. That's why the team is named the Hotshots, is because they were the Granite Mountain Hotshots, and it actually affected some members of our team pretty personally and closely, so that's why they adopted the logo with the flames, and their name is the Hotshots. And of all the times that we might have a chance to have a bout at the end of June, why not play for the title?
Yeah.
How often are we going to get to skate? Our off season we're in the thick of our off season, so we're not even open on June 30th.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And we just wanted to take a second and remember, like, that's why the team skates like they do, is in honor of the Granite Mountain Hotshots. And to get to skate on this day, a couple people on Facebook this morning had mentioned how special this was going to be for them.
Yeah, that is powerful.
So, yeah, we wanted to take a second and just acknowledge that. Now that I've brought the mood down solidly.
Yeah, now that we're all feeling light. And,
professional announcer, just let the air out of the room with 9:45 to go in the first
bring
quarter.
It down a notch.
No, thanks for indulging us. I really did want to take a chance. When are you going to get a chance to actually on this day?
No, absolutely,
mention that?
yeah.
So yeah. At any rate, so Jay, let's talk for a second about the other, like, the really meaty storylines here. As I had mentioned to you last night, outside of the fried chicken and rice bowl truck, which was delicious, somebody's going home very happy because San Diego hasn't won the title since Battle on the Bank 2. Wow. So it's been 16 years for San Diego, and Arizona's first Battle on the Bank was number 3. So Arizona's been trying for 15 years and has yet to win one.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah. LA,
Arizona just plays so well that you just sort of assume that they're just winning constantly.
Honestly, for several years, the first years I was acquainted with it, San Diego routinely finished second to LA, and then I believe Tilted Thunder may have finished second at least once.
Yeah.
I'll be corrected by that in the chat, I'm certain.
Yeah, I will say, I think probably, I'm willing to bet that both of these teams are going to go home quite happy.
I was going to say either,
just having made it this far.
Exactly. You know, it's been you kind of take out the COVID 5 years too, which kind of skews it, but it had been 3 battles since San Diego got past the semis. So now here's San Diego in the championship, and Arizona again had finished second 3 years in a row to LA.
Yes. Yeah, this is San Diego's first battle in 5 years.
Right. There hasn't even been enough teams to field a whole battle. We are so thankful to have seen TXRD and Tilted Thunder traveling. Yeah, let's hear it for TXRD and Tilted Thunder. My goodness. I mean, honestly, as I'd said back at Chingadera when Tilted Thunder came, like, we're glad you're here in both the physical and spiritual sense. We're glad you're here. We're glad that you made it along and that the league is up and mobile enough to mount a travel team. And that bout earlier today felt like a massive victory for both teams.
Okay, so it does look like that challenge that was requested by Arizona was won, so they are going to retain that challenge. I'm not 100% sure what the challenge was. All I know is that they won it.
Yeah, it's because I was yammering and I kind of,
Nah, it's all right.
I yammer a lot. That's what I do. See, I tell people, like, I talk all the time anyway, so you just give me a microphone and tell me to talk about Derby. Like, well, that's easy.
Well, it's all right. I mean, the announcer nest is roughly like 1,000 feet in the air, and so communicating with the infield is tough.
Also true.
All right, now that Sugar Rage taking the jam line for the Wildfires, we still got one in the box a piece. That's Lala Tiburon in the box for the Wildfires, and I believe that is Alanilatia in the box for Arizona.
Yeah, I was looking again. I missed the whiteboard as it came by, and I'm a little embarrassed to say
there was a
oh my goodness, look at that.
multiplayer penalty.
Yeah. Right off the line, Princess Leia, obviously Arizona using that timeout to strategize what to do. They just swept everybody up to the rail, and Princess Leia right through the pack.
Ooh.
Tries to execute a coping jump. Great block by number 1184 for San Diego. Wow. Wonderful block by Sox.
Sugar Ray's trying to break through up in the front here, get a little bit of an assist from Jax. Ooh, successfully with a little bit of a fancy little spin move there off the back and breaking out of the pack. Still with about half of this jam left. Plenty of time. But yeah, and then Princess Leia's going to go ahead and call that off.
I have a question.
Sure.
In San Diego, do you call them rocks blocks or do you call them rocks knocks?
We have, honestly, and I'm ashamed to admit, we have never called them either of those things, and that is an opportunity lost.
Right, you know, I won a quick fire pun tournament in 2016, so I do tend to think of wordplay.
All right, looks like we got a
failure to perform
on Jax. So we do have a Jax in the box.
That we do have a Jax in the box. This is true. And another big clearing block by Lightning the Queen right
there.
And Arizona's jammer out again. That's going to be Evil Twin for Arizona this time.
That is Kim Kong jamming for the Wildfires. Still looking for a little bit of daylight there. Almost managing to break through and then getting waylaid by Hollywood
block.
there.
Yeah, Hollywood just driving down off the track and hit Kim Kong right in the midsection. We've got Evil Twin taking a tumble and getting up to finish that scoring pass. We've got 30 seconds exactly left on the jam clock. Evil Twin now. The pack is kind of stalled there in the middle of the first turn. So Twin now goes to the high side after with another wonderful block again. That was, let's see, that was pretty hurt machine with that block, yeah.
You love to see when that offensive, oh, look at that. We got a star pass on the Wildfires to Hedy Lascar. But yeah, when you see that offensive blocking so effective that the jammer doesn't even need to slow down.
Yeah, yeah, it really underscores the immediate team nature of roller derby. It really is so fast and fluid, and you've got to react. Like you hear people say, you're trying to play offense and defense. You really are trying to play like you're trying to read two lines of text at once. You know. So
it does look like Evil Twin ended up in the box there. We haven't seen the penalty board yet, so I'm not yet sure what
going to bring that, but we do have another power jam for San Diego. Let's hear it from the Wildfires fans out there. Another power jam opportunity for San Diego.
Current score is 41-5. That is Rogue Grandma on the jam win. I have seen Rogue make up almost this amount of points in one jam before, so.
Big cheer coming up. We've got an LA heavy section of the crowd here at the arena for those of you watching on the YouTube stream, and they are bringing the cheers up for San Diego. So once again, San Diego Power Jam. Rogue Grammar.
Looking to make that hop and then getting bumped out by Lightning the Queen there.
Arizona is also down a blocker, as is San Diego, but Arizona trying to form a 3-wall.
Yeah, we got one blocker piece in the box.
Oh, what a block. Wow. Just got leveled in the back straightaway. Woo! That was quite a block. Now everybody coming up again.
Arizona's speeding up the pack here. Rogue looking for an opportunity to make that hop and just not able to land it.
Now with the star stashed. Nope, not star. Star is stashed. Coming off behind Arizona, and we've approached that point at which it is a stalemate and the clock has expired. And the crowd gives a cheer for defense. It's a 0-point power jam. No points surrendered by the Hotshots.
We do have two Hotshots in the box now, though, so we're starting this next jam with quite a bit of a pack advantage here. We got one in the box for Wildfires and two in the box for Arizona, so.
This once again is going to be Cherry Kiss for Arizona and Malaboomer for San Diego. Cherry Kiss quickly out along the inside. Malaboomer got hung up. Excellent individual defensive effort. by Hollywood, and Hollywood gets off, and before Malaboomer could realize that Hollywood came off as well, Hood was back in front of her. Now dashing along the inside, and now Malaboomer gets out for San Diego.
As Cherry Kiss got sort of taken all the way to the ground by Tafttown over there.
Yeah, Cherry Kiss and Tafttown, we're about the worst angle for us was right behind a bunch of blue helmets down there, but they must have gotten tangled up because they were both down, and it took them a solid 3 seconds to get up. Hollywood down to the penalty box for Arizona. I don't see anybody in the box for San Diego, so 1 player advantage as we have 4:43 to go here in the first quarter.
That is Sugar Rage on the jam line for the Wildfires. Ooh.
Coming over, there we are. We didn't have our points yet. We have another challenge. Arizona is going to challenge again Coach Troy McClure, this time forcefully setting down the challenge flag and slapping down a clipboard on top of it. So he's got beef. We're going to find out what about here shortly. Once again, time check, 4:35 to go first quarter. Score right now sitting at 44-5.
We were speaking about the date earlier, and this is arguably not as significant
Right.
as what we were talking about earlier. But it is also Jax, the co-captain of the Wildfires. It is Jax's birthday.
Hey.
Jax is the birthday princess today.
I think one of my favorite things from, I believe it was Chingadera, but it may have been Roller Rage, was that we had Jax, the skater from San Diego. So it must have been Chingadera, sorry. So it was Jax from San Diego, and then we had 2 referees there. We had Jack Hart from Tilted Thunder and Jax to Win from Arizona Roller Girls, one of our flat track leagues.
Yeah,
and they all took a picture of the 3 of them with their backs out. It was really funny.
Yeah, I both love and hate that as an announcer. It's wildly confusing, but so fun. We've got a lot of action in the comments. We've got a whole bunch of people along for the ride here for this championship game. I want to shout out to both the Arizona and the San Diego supporters out there. I see a whole bunch of familiar names. I see Starkey. I see Joe Cruz, who is Joe Mama is our other announcer back home.
Nice.
Yeah, so shout out Joe. I see Abby Arsenic. Shout out Arizona.
So as you know, Jay's reading the comments right now during this challenge, so it'd be a little delay as the referees talk. So jump in the chat right now if you're on the YouTube stream. Let us know. Again, like I said yesterday during the Arizona bout, but let us know where you're at. Let us know if you're a skater, just a fan. If you're a skater, tell us where your league, who you're representing. You know, let us know when your next bout is. Let us know what your league's up to. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people are watching, so let's chat for a second during this challenge, you know?
Also, let us know what your derby name is, because
there you go. Right?
Your legal first and last name is confusing.
It's everybody's Clark Kent name. You got to tell us what we know you as.
Yes, yeah, we did have Dianosaurus Rex shouting out the hot shots. That is a fantastic name. That's
a very good one.
An A+ name.
Yes.
Yeah, we got Starkey shouting out the Transagenda, who we saw play last night.
Absolutely, that was Let's hear it again.
Yeah.
Let's Transagenda, right?
Cal Squad and
that was wild. This
night.
Place was packed and rocking.
Yes.
I went outside just to get some fresh air because it was so hot in here, and I sat out in the watch party and had a ball out there too. So what a good time that was. And I love Cal Squad too. Cal Squad came to Roller Rage. A good friend of mine from Phoenix who I did their podcast, Boogeyman, is on Cal Squad, and I love Boogie, and I took a picture and sent it back to him in Phoenix. So
we got a shout out from Crash with an exclamation point, kind of like Panic at the Disco.
That's Rainbow Crash number 808.
Yes, saying shout out to Clifton specifically and all the AZDD refs. I'll try not to take that personally.
Yeah, Jiminy Christmas, Crash, calm down.
Looks like
CJ's reading the comments out loud.
Looks like we got some information here. The challenge was lost. We've got a couple people in the box. We've got Lala in the box, and then.
We got Hollywood, and then Cherry Kiss just went over there, which was the lost challenge. So that was a jammer penalty they were challenging. This one unsuccessful. So Arizona now only has 1 challenge left for the first half.
Unfortunately, the whiteboard went away before I could see what the penalties were.
Yeah, I believe it was an arms for Cherry, I think.
I think it may have also been an arms for Lala.
I was just going to mention Rainbow Crash, I mentioned. Rainbow Crash is 16 and is in our minors league, but is also a full-time adult league skating jam ref.
Wow.
Skating jam ref for our home league games and the playoffs that we just had. So, right, that's a double winner.
Oh, yeah. All right, we got a power jam
We
here
do.
for the
That's
Wildfires.
you heard the sound and you saw the logo.
Yes, spicy. That is Boomer skating this power jam.
Yeah, once again, Malaboomer out there and going to try to get around, kind of goes low, tries to get around Lightning, is still fighting, and Lightning's going to pin Boomer to the rail. Boomer to the inside, Slaya gets knocked around, bunch of action, and a coping jump and not quite able to get around it. At the front of the pack is Mimi Mahler and Lightning the Queen. True story.
Is a brutal combination.
It really, they've skated together so long that one of their bouts in the minor assaults, Mimi changed her name to Thunder so they could skate as Thunder and Lightning.
Which I love.
Right. Anyway, they're at the front end there, and that 2-wall, as said, has been strong for several years. Malaboomer now kind of ducks by Lightning and then gets hit by Mimi and goes, face first into the rail. Now briefly out of play, and the blockers had to stand up, and Malaboomer gets on through, but they let Malaboomer through. Excuse me, they didn't have to. They let Malaboomer out, and it's another defensive stand for Arizona.
That is crazy to see two. A 0-point power jam is rare no matter what you do, but two in the same quarter, much less the same game, really speaks to how effective this Arizona defense is.
Yeah, I actually, in speaking with Coach Troy McClure, I'd actually found out I mentioned a couple of times when I'd seen them going into the playoffs that the home team he coaches plays much the same way. And
well, we got two in the box for San Diego. That is Jax in there with a directional, and Iggy in the box with an arms penalty.
Yeah, so it winds up being an easy trip through the pack for Hollywood. San Diego down 2 blockers. They're still trying to get their jammer out as well, and here comes Hollywood making tracks around the track.
Ooh.
Apex jump, goes down, gets up, makes sure she's okay, checks her wheels, and takes off. Must have felt something when she came up, but it looks like the skates are all running okay.
Yeah, that's going to be a low block on Hetty. I saw the hand gesture.
That's Sugar Rage for San Diego, who's kind of pinned at the back of the pack. Those 3 defenders for Arizona just making life challenging for Sugar Rage. Here comes Hollywood. Another coping jump, another sliding landing, and is going to get up and go back. So, touchdown out of bounds. Has to go back behind those defenders, and that's going to slow things down with 8 seconds left in this jam.
That is Slamurai over there holding it down with Hetty.
And that'll do it for the jam. We'll check the points in a second. You mentioned Slamurai, and it's really interesting. My first season announcing was the back end of the 2017 season, and I announced at Battle on the Bank X, which we hosted in Phoenix. And so that was 7 years ago now, obviously, and 2 Derby years ago. But I remember announcing and seeing Slamurai come back, and it was just like, oh, well, that's Slamurai.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see people from before time start coming back around once there is traveling again.
Yes, yeah. Slamurai, a fun fact is Slamurai has played in every single Battle of the Bank. Wow,
Yes, I
that is
heard
a
that.
packed penalty box.
Yes.
Holy crap. We've got 2 Arizona blockers and a jammer in the box.
That's right. We
there.
got another power jam for San Diego.
San Diego also has 2 blockers in the box.
That's right.
So it is we're light on the track out there.
We got the minimum is what we got.
Yeah.
Is the absolute minimum is 1 jammer and 4 blockers. So I would say that this is going to be a fast-paced jam. Here it comes.
Yeah, we got Jackson in the box on an arms. We've got
Let's see. So that's Pretty Hurt Machine with an arms. The jammer penalty is 2 penalties on Hollywood, low block, and then
2 directionals for
more things than we could read before the jam started.
Yeah, that was not Jax. That was 43 from the other team. That was my bad.
Yeah. So that
was Rogue Rammer jamming this power jam for San Diego, almost breaking through, but having a little bit of a tough.
So Rogue Rammer gets out of it. Yeah, was able to get through because Mimi Mahler came off the track down there. So Rogue Rammer out. 33 seconds left in the San Diego Power Jam. Rogue Rammer gets past the block, and Mimi Mahler, good timing.
Going to be picking up just a whole bundle of ghost points as soon as she passed that first player there.
That is true. So now it's going to be stuck at the back of the pack. It's ridden off the track by Lightning the Queen. Then Lightning breaks the goad and gets back together with Mimi. Just talked about these 2 working in concert.
Yeah, if you only have if you only have the capacity to put 2 blocks. Oh, and Rogue picks up another set of points, and the crowd goes freaking wild.
Yes. We've got a loud contingent here for Arizona. We definitely got a loud contingent here for San Diego as well.
Yes.
So
that was quite a bit.
Waiting for the score to come up here. And it is all 5, like we figured. Wait.
I think, was it all 5 or was it 2 sets of 5? I thought. No, maybe not.
Just the
5.
one, yeah.
All right, still though, doubling the score.
I was going to say it's underlined, so
Wildfire.
it's official now. So we are going to go back to the action. It's going to be Cherry Kiss for Arizona. This is going to be the last jam of the first quarter with only 5 seconds left on the game clock. And then we'll take a brief breather.
We've got, that is Iggy Cox in the box on a failure to reform, and it looks like perhaps a back block, as well as one blocker in the box. I
For Arizona,
want to say
Lightning and the
arms.
Queen. Lightning the Queen for Arizona.
Yeah. That is Kim Kong jamming for the Wildfires.
Evil Twin is your jammer for Arizona, and Twin is just able to duck behind a block by Lala Tiburona. Kind of flexed her body and was able to stay on the track to get through and get out.
Kim's still just looking for a little bit of daylight there. Oh, and then managing to break through. Oh my goodness gracious.
So Kim Kong out of the pack as well is going to try to keep this to one scoring pass for Arizona and successfully does so. Evil Twin calls it off.
All right, so that's our first quarter. I believe we're going to have a 5-minute break.
Yep, it ends up being the standard 4 for Arizona there, so we'll head into the first quarter break here. It's the 2024 Battle on the Bank Championship bout, and right now Arizona 61, San Diego 10.
All right, welcome back for the second quarter of this game. Our current score is 61-10 Arizona. The energy is high. The temperature is hot.
This is true. I feel like the energy could be higher, though, so I'm going to ask the same question that we asked you at the beginning. Roller Derby. There we are. At least 12 people are. Thank you.
Yes.
We're back to the action. That is going to be at the general line for Arizona. I believe that's Skid Vicious for the first time.
That is Sugar Rage jamming for the Wildfires. We got one apiece in the box, so no pack advantage either way.
Skid up to the front of the pack and is doing battle with Snips. Now Snips getting a hand from a blocker as well, and they're going to knock Skid down, but Skid able to slide past and get up. So Skid's lead jammer for Arizona.
Sugar really up against a pretty solid wall here. At great risk of sounding like a broken record, up against a solid wall is kind of just the baseline condition when you're playing Arizona.
Yeah, they've really refined their identity as a defensive-minded team. I'd mentioned the focus on special teams, but I mean, obviously, they really, really focus on keeping your jammer from doing much of anything and then essentially like letting their jammers go to work against your defense.
Yeah.
So it really, as you see at the back of the pack, there again is Lightning and Mimi.
Although Skid Vicious is up against Rocks with a tough hit there. That was really nice.
Yeah, big block at the front end. I was going to say, caught it out of the corner of my eye. So the hard-hitting action continues apace here in the title bout. That's going to be no points.
Rocks picking up, I believe, it looks like 2 penalties there. We got a low block and an arms. Nobody in the box for Arizona, so Arizona's going to have a little bit of a pack advantage.
8 points for Arizona. The score right now, 69-10.
That is Cherry Kiss jamming for Arizona and Rogue Rammer jamming for Wildfires.
Cherry out quickly, and now we've got defenders for Arizona trying to get together. Slamurai trying to clear a path for Rogue Rammer. Rogue Rammer spun off to the inside.
Cherry Kiss now reapproaching the pack for that initial scoring pass and just absolutely sliding right by.
So now finally Rogue Rammer along the inside. Great strides. Rogue Rammer taking off. Looks up, smiles at Say on the way by. That was definitely right at you, wasn't it? I thought the first time he was looking at the clock. Cherry Kiss into the pack. You know, we'd mentioned just during the quarter break, I was telling Say that we have a full-on Derby family on the Arizona Hot Shots. Nova Kane, his mom, and then the 2 sisters are Lightning the Queen and Cherry Kiss. And I was going to say, hop in the chat, if you got a moment, let us know about any Derby families that you know about, any Derby dynasties. Let us know if there's any 3-generation Derby families out there. How cool would that be?
We got a directional block on Wildfire, on Lala for the Wildfires, and I believe that's Al Annihilation in the box with a back block.
Yep, looks like it. Now on the jammer line for Arizona is going to be Dolly Spartan running right up along the rail and then gets shoved off the track. Great blocking by number 1184 for San Diego. Once again, Rocks and Socks. I feel like I've had her name in my mouth a lot already.
Ooh, it looks like Boomer now also out of the pack. We got a little bit of a jammer race here.
Yeah, Boomer's on the pursuit. Dolly Spartan very fast, I know, from our home league. Boomer's going to catch up and get by.
Oh!
We got ourselves a lead change. Boomer along the inside. Dolly Spartan takes lead back. Boomer going to take lead back again.
Oh, my gosh. Absolutely flipping it on him there.
It appears to be Malo Boomer once again. According to the referees, Boomer is your lead jammer.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. If you were taking shots on every lead change there, you'd be on the floor. Malo Boomer gets out after finishing the scoring pass. Dolly Spartan, oh my goodness, Rocks and Socks again with the defense.
Ooh.
Made it a personal vendetta against Dolly Spartan here in the first turn. Malo Boomer again to the front of the pack after getting bullied off the track by Mimi Mahler, and that's going to do it.
Absolutely chaotic.
What a chaotic jam. My goodness.
8 points for the Wildfires on that one, and 8 points for, 8 points for both teams, I believe.
Well,
if I was counting my fingers properly, which I don't always do. So, yes, 8 points for the Wildfires there.
Discussion continues regarding the Arizona points.
Yes.
That's Wildfires posting big points. Excellent work once again by Maliboomer. And, we'll take a second while they're talking and say, hey, kids, run out your grounders, finish your blocks, and skate through the whistle. Maliboomer on the pursuit and actually got by Dolly Spartan.
That was crazy.
And Dolly Spartan is no new hand at this. Dolly Spartan's been skating roller derby for a long time. So for you to sneak by Dolly Spartan and take lead jam means you must be moving at an uncommon speed.
Yes. We have an official timeout.
We do, yeah. They're going to talk that over. It looks like we're going to discuss the points.
We got we got some answers to your earlier question about derby families in the comments. We've got Rue, whose mom was Pocket Change when she skated for ACD. And then we've got Rue, and then Rue's sister is Peak. Yep. And then Rue's daughter now skates for Rose City as Tiny Monster. I'll tell you what, that is a remarkable number of skaters in a skate family, but then also to produce a Rose City skater is wild.
I literally had no idea we had a 3-generation derby family, and I obviously knew Pocket Change and Pikachu. I had no idea there was an older sister that now has a daughter. Yeah. That is crazy. I love that.
Yeah, I love
that.
Congratulations on producing a Rose City skater.
Yeah, I come from an odd, obscure sport and business before I moved into indoors and got a real person job, and I come from a 3-generation family there, and that just kind of, once he hit the 3rd generation, I think that's dynasty status. I really like that.
Oh, yeah.
Pocket Change skated with AZDD for a while and now skates flat track. I unfortunately don't know which league right now, but still skates, which is great.
Speaking of flat track, we've got a whole bunch of SoCal flat track skaters in the chat.
Awesome.
I see flat track skater, and then also just the whole derby family's in there. I see Starkey. I see Ralphie, who's in the chat, in the comments from the stands, holding it down.
That yesterday.
Yes, Ralphie. I see Steven. I see Mona in the chat. I see Roguerammer Fan Club. That's Rogue's mom, who is by far and away my favorite person to have in the chat for any game. I see Nuke in the chat. I see a whole. I think I saw Stone earlier. I saw Jesse. We got the whole crew is showing up for SoCal, which you love to see.
I really also, you mentioned flat track, and I feel like, I've been around derby now for 7 years. We had friends that skated, kind of got us into it, and then I realized I was irreparably hooked after like 2 bouts. I was like, oh well, I'm a lifer. Yeah. So they gave me a microphone. They're like, here, earn your keep. I was like, all right, I can talk. So, but I know that it seems like now there's more co-op, not just for Derby United, obviously. Derby United, they have a flat track and a bank track.
Yes, but we are the only year-round bank track.
Yeah, and I was going to say, but like in Phoenix, like with Roller Rage being an all-gender and we invite flat track skaters as well. Flat track teams come to skate at Roller Rage. And I love seeing it. What I like to tell people is that, like, you could start a flat track league with some tape and a basketball court.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And some helmets and knee pads.
Yeah.
And a whistle and a stopwatch.
And sometimes we do. We definitely have had.
Having a bank track arena is hard and requires upkeep. And, every league knows that. The beauty of having a flat track is you can have a wonderful flat track facility, but you can just rent a gym and put some tape on the floor.
Oh, absolutely.
Ta-da, you got a bout.
Oh yeah, we've had bouts on tennis courts.
Yeah, it makes it so accessible. I tell people seriously, look out derby literally near you. Yeah. Literally. There's probably derby close by that suits your gender or lack thereof.
Yes. And it's not only is it's so much fun, it's like it moths to a flame it's the highest concentration of the coolest people I've ever met.
Right, and it's like kind of it took me until I was 29 and I got into improvised theater, and I was like, wait a second, these people here aren't irritated by me, they're all like me? And it took me like that long to get into something like that where I felt accepted. And so I love seeing people like get to derby and like really feel I like announcing and bringing like I'm cosplaying as a sportscaster for people that are living their truest selves. I love seeing that on the track,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
The other beauty of the derby thing is that, and I'd mentioned this during yesterday's bout, I recall, but is that on the derby track, there's every body type, every shape, every skill level, they will plug you into a spot on a derby team.
Yes,
it really is like if you think you can't do roller derby, you are incorrect. Yes. Unless me, where your legs are Swiss cheese.
I can't do roller derby.
Yeah, but like if you can skate, like if you are able to skate on roller skates, they will find a place for you on a team. You could. at worst, you will be an impediment.
Yeah.
Until you know how to skate better. But you know, you'll be part of a team. They'll be like, people will be rolling you into position for blocks.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, and it just really, it's such an, it's the egalitarian sport, and I love it because it really puts everybody on an equal footing and lets people do what they succeed at on the track.
Yeah, it is pretty unique in that way. Oh, it looks like we got some information on
finally
some penalties here. I see, looks like we got snips in the box on maybe 3 penalties. Looks like we got 2 failure to reform and then a third one that I can't read.
I think it's 3 of them.
3 failure to reforms and then, nope. 2
for Arizona.
2 for Arizona. I didn't see what they were before
we were
the
busy
whiteboard
looking.
went away.
I do believe that was 3 failure to reforms at once on snips.
Wow.
All right, back to the action we go. We have a small pack out there, as you would expect, when it took them that long to fill in the whiteboard. That was a solid 8-9 minutes.
Yeah.
Changed markers. Turned it over. Please see other side.
Yeah.
On the jammer line for Arizona, I believe that's Evil Twin. That is Evil
Sugar
Twin.
Rage. That's Sugar Rage jamming for Wildfires. Sugar Rage kind of sneaking it. That's Hetty Lascar coming to the rescue to play a little offense, clear the way for Sugar.
Twin now down along the inside and is going to get bumped off to the inside by Slamurai right here in front of us.
Sugar Rage up against Cherry Kiss and is that Al?
Probably.
I think that, yeah.
Down there. And Sugar Rage tries to get by it. That's Al at the front of the pack.
Ooh.
That's Hollywood, excuse me. And Evil Twin around the outside. Hollywood now has the defensive assignment on the jammer for San Diego. Pop goes the star cover. And it is in a mystery hand. Nope, still stashed by Sugar Rage. Just saw it switch hands. Cherry Kiss signaling to Evil Twin to go up around the outside, but a skater tumbles over like a log in their way. And Evil Twin calls it off, approaching the pack. Four points. Well, okay, now they agree. 4 points for Arizona. Got ahead of myself.
That is Kim Kong on the jam line for the Wildfires. We got 1 in the box apiece. Looks like Hetty, I think? No, Taff. Taff is in the box on a directional, and then we've got an arms penalty for Antifa.
Hollywood.
For Holly?
Hollywood, yeah. So now your jammer for San Diego is going to be, that was a blocker barreling through there. My goodness, sorry. That was coming through there with a full head of steam was Iggy Cox, and I just thought they were the jammer with the star in their hand. No, they were not, just approaching the pack with alacrity. Jamming for Arizona is going to be Princess Sleia down there getting knocked down to the inside. First time Slayer's been on the jammer line, and we got a San Diego lead jammer.
We had a star set, Kim with the star stash there, breaking out as Princess Leia is up against Rox. Yeah, Rox is going to have to let Princess Leia go there.
So Sleia gets out, is going to try to keep this to 1 scoring attempt for San Diego. Kim Kong calls it off. I'm going to say Bell Bruising is the jam ref for San Diego this half. Oliver Klozoff is jam reffing for Arizona. Of course, they'll flip-flop after the half to keep everything on the up and up. There's been enough point-shaving scandals this year. I'm looking at you, Jonte Porter. CJ's listening to what the San Diego supporters are chanting. We had 3 points for San Diego there, so they're up to 21, and this next jam's already underway. Racing along the inside is Pretty Hurt Machine.
That is Rogue Grammar on the jam line for Wildfires. Yeah, I was trying to, I couldn't hear what the chant was going, but all I could see was that Rogue was dancing to it on the jam line.
It's hard to hear everybody up here, so we're going to need you to hold up signs like subtitles so we can tell what you're saying. Meanwhile, Pretty Hurt Machine is gonna, oh wow, big tumble.
Taking the whole pack down.
Couple of skaters real close to the kick plate down there.
Ooh, and Rogue sneaks through, breaks out of the pack.
Yeah, Rogue Grammar kind of caught everybody in Arizona looking back over their left shoulder, and Rogue Grammar goes around the outside. Pretty Hurt Machine stuck at the back of the pack, calls it off. We will check with Oliver Klozoff downstairs, and that's
5 points for Arizona.
It was a full 5, so Pretty Hurt Machine was aware of all the skaters she had gotten past because it was all of them. We got ourselves a low block on, this time it's Antifa. And we got a directional block on 408. That's Taft for San Diego.
Ooh, Boomer almost threw on the lower there, but got bumped at the last minute.
As mentioned, Boomer's jamming for San Diego. That's Dolly Spartan for Arizona as the pack comes by us here entering the back straightaway. Dolly Spartan kind of steps over a blocker for San Diego. That block for San Diego got kicked in the face. That's number 999.
That's Iggy Cox.
Iggy Cox. Boy, yeah, she's holding her face. That was quite a shot. Took a skate right to the bridge of the nose, it looked like, from up here. That's Dolly Spartan. Iggy still out there blocking.
Oh,
so,
Iggy is one of the toughest.
I was going to say, may have a broken
skaters.
nose, but Iggy is out there in the pack.
Iggy once broke her finger and reset it herself.
Now the Boomer gets out to force the call off by Dolly Spartan. We'll take a look at Iggy going back to the bench, but that's like when you see a hockey player get their stick knocked out of their hand or get their stick broken, and they just stay out there. And it's like if they get a shot at them, they're just going to jump down and block it with their chest.
Yeah.
That was extremely derby to see Iggy Cox get kicked in the face and then just get back up and go back to the pack and go back to work.
We got two
love
in the
it.
box. Two in the box for the Wildfires. We got Jags in the box on a directional. Snips is in the box on a multiplayer, I believe, and then we've got one. Dolly Spartan is in the box.
That's right. It's an important one.
And I want to say, is that
arms? Yeah, it is an arms penalty on Dolly Spartan. It's
it
another power
jam. That is Sugar Rage out there going to see this power jam for the Wildfires.
Power jam. Let's hear it from the San Diego supporters for the power jam opportunity. Yeah,
let's make some noise for Sugar out there.
That's right. Sugar quickly to the front of the pack. We got a 3-wall of Arizona defenders. San Diego's desperately trying to hold a goad. They're going to now get together. San Diego, as mentioned, only has 2 blockers out there for the power jam.
Yeah, but the blockers they do have are Samurai and Lala, which that's you're in a good situation.
Also very true.
Good position,
Again, this is a time at which I know those 2 blockers from having announced against them enough times.
Yes.
So they're still trying to trap that goad at the back. They were trying to hold Remy Ruckus. Now Cherry Kiss, and Cherry Kiss breaks it. The defense back up to the front, so Lala and Slamurai are going to try again. They're going to try to peel off one of these skaters for Arizona, but they are remaining resolute.
Ooh, Slamurai with some good butt action there. Sugar almost, and then all the way through, managing to break out with about 5 seconds
left. I was going to say that's basically the you cannot make it around, so we're going to go ahead and let you through shuffle. So yet again, another defensive stand by Arizona on the penalty kill. You know what they say, kids. Offense sells tickets, defense wins games, special teams wins championships. So maybe that's true. We'll have to see.
Look like we got 2 in the box. So both of those blockers out there for Wildfires picked up a penalty. I saw directional block and arms on Slam and Lala, and then looks like I saw one on the penalty board. They keep taking it down before I can read both sides of the penalty board.
So we have a timeout here. Timeout on the track. Looks like an official timeout, I believe. And our game executioner is going to come up here and is going to chat with the scoreboard. So everybody's going to take a second to stretch. Game reset at the moment. You've got 4:31 to go in the second quarter. Excuse me. That's what they're up here talking about. Game reset. We've got 4:38 to go in the second quarter. Game executioner coming up here. Once again, shout out to the game executioners of the world. Freya Hugs, my dear, dear spouse, is kind of our primary game executioner for the Arizona Derby Dames. And I always love seeing them going about their business and coming up and saying, there's 7 seconds too few on the clock. So
I'm just reading the chat back,
Sure.
and we were sort of continuing that conversation about that one Derby dynasty. Rue, we had talked about Rue's daughter skates for Rose City. Rue also skates for Rose City.
Excellent.
Which, again, congratulations
Right.
on that.
Yeah, I know enough about flat track to know that's crazy.
Yeah, that's that you skate for the best team in the world.
Your mom and your daughter
and
both.
we love that for you.
Yeah. Wow. Right.
Yeah, that is super cool. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of enthusiasm in the comments. Somebody Jerry K pointing out a fantastic point, Mama Seidel pointing out a fantastic point that a great way to learn Derby is to join the ref crew.
This is also correct.
True.
Mama Seidel joined the ref crew. Mama Seidel is the mom of Rainbow Crash.
Oh.
And Mama Seidel joined the ref crew basically just kind of being at games and then being at practices and kind of like, hey, hold this, hey, do this. And so picked up on it and then joined the ref crew and worked their way up. And Mama Seidel is co-captain going into next season, 2024-2025.
Very cool.
See what I mean? Yeah, and it's really like, and Crash, ergo Crash started working as a ref to be around Mama Seidel, and now Crash, like I said, is one of our full-time skating jam refs for our adult league games, which is to have Crash come up and like argue with the eye in the sky, who's usually like 35, 36 years old, and Crash is like, no, it's 7. Yeah, anyway, no,
right.
That's really cool, and I love everybody jumping in the chat and participating. That really makes it a much more...
It's so much more fun for
it really,
us.
That's the nice part about live stream, is it makes it so much less sterile. You're sitting here talking to everybody.
All right,
That's
we are back on the
Yeager.
track.
Yeah.
And that is Kim Kong jamming for the Wildfires.
Scary Yeager for Arizona on the jammer line for the first time. Yeager now approaching the pack.
Ooh.
Up to the high side. Yeager now to the inside is going to take off.
That was some beautiful offense there.
Watch Yeager skate. Yeager comes to us from hockey, so that should come as no surprise, although he's been a roller derby skater for a while. Also, Yeager, Sookie's child, your announcer Friday night.
Kim Kong taking a spill and then just sort of like traveling down the entire, from the upper all the way down to the lower there. Slidey. Ooh, we got a star pass to Hedy Lascar for the Wildfires.
Successful star pass. So Hedy's going to pop that on, and Yeager's going to weave through the pack and get out. Yeager through for Arizona once again. Hedy now is going to race up, and Yeager, to the massive exhortation of the Arizona bench, calls it off. We'll check on the pursuit.
That was 14 points for Arizona there. That's going to push Arizona up over that 3-digit mark.
That's right. Arizona.
Go ahead and take a drink.
Arizona's going to broach the century mark.
Yes.
We haven't had any lead changes, so take a sip of your favorite fizzy beverage, perhaps some AHA, perhaps Diet Mountain Dew like yours truly.
Yeah, worth mentioning that we do also have a bar open today over there. If if you're feeling want to get a little saucy with it.
That's right.
We got one in the box of the Wildfires on a failure to reform. Kim's in the box on a failure to reform, but not as the jammer. She had already made the start pass, so. That is Rogue Rammer on the jam line for the Wildfires.
And before we get to the Arizona jammer, I'm going to make sure we're going to have a jam, because the officials just got together. Unfortunately, I don't know the officials well enough by sight, except for those that came from AZDD.
Yeah.
But, as they talk, honestly, I would love to hear a cheer for our officials once again. We introduced them earlier, but we've got officials that traveled, not just players that traveled. We have officials from every participating league here.
Absolutely.
Which is just wonderful.
I always say it. I think it's so funny to me how many refs it takes to put on a derby game.
Oh, it does.
Because they're just everywhere.
Yeah,
they're just absolutely
the third
everywhere.
team. They're the third team in every bout. They have to work in concert just like the teams do in order to keep things sane on the track.
Yeah.
Like, without them, the other two teams couldn't really have a bout, because it would just devolve into anarchy and fist fighting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Everybody, the minute there's no referees, like derby skaters just like
feral animals.
Still talking, still not an official timeout.
I was going to say, it's interesting that they haven't actually called it an official timeout. They're just having a chat.
Yeah.
It's an off-the-books chat.
Yeah, see the game executioner kind of asking. We're waiting to see. So anyway, Jay, dinner plans? What do you, I'm going to get in my car and drive back to Phoenix, because I got to be at work at 5 in the morning.
We're going out to celebrate Jax's birthday.
Nice.
Yep.
Excellent. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
If I had my way, I'd stay the night and drive home tomorrow like a sane person. We are now going to have an official timeout.
Yes, looks like it is going to be an official timeout.
All right.
You know what's kind of fun, because in the chat we were talking about skate families, but what we also have going on in the chat is we got a ton of derby moms, non-skater derby moms.
Nice.
We've got, like I said, Rogue Rammer Fan Club. That's Rogue's mom in the chat. And we've got, I can only assume Letitia Montano is Jax's mom or a Jax relative, shouting out then Noelle, who's Boomer's mom, who is physically here in the stands. We just got moms everywhere. Left, right, and center, we got moms. Couldn't do it without them, though,
That's right. Yeah, hit us with all flavors of derby parents, not just moms. Hit us if you're a derby parent of any kind. Still animated discussion with the whole referee crew, the jam ref Bell Bruising I see down there. It's not a contentious discussion, but an animated discussion. There's a difference.
It's kind of fun. We got like a matching set here. We got Bell Bruising down on the infield, and then we've got Scary Pratchett, Belle's husband, up in the nest up here as an eye in the sky.
It's also very strange to see Bender B. Rodriguez down here, the one with all the stickers on his helmet, without a GoPro tied to his head.
Yeah.
He wears whenever he's usually as jam ref, he's the one wearing the GoPro. I'm extremely used to seeing Bender with the camera blinking on top of his head.
All right, looks like we are now ready to get back at it.
We are. We got Evil Twin once again for Arizona.
And that is Rogue Rammer for the Wildfires.
Pretty robust pack. Only Kim Kong in the penalty box at this moment. And
Rogue breaking out of the puck right away.
Rogue Rammer's out and clear. You got a couple of San Diego defenders. A huge block by Al Annihilate, who just crashed into Snips.
We almost just lost Snips.
Wow, what a block by Al Annihilate. And now along the inside, another great block, knocking the San Diego Jammer off, and Rogue Rammer's going to call it off. Boy, oh boy, you got a couple of classic derby blocks in that one. Al annihilates you right here at the entrance to the back straightaway, and then a huge one down there, knocking the Jammer out of the air.
Yeah, let's make some noise. That was the energy spiked for that jam there. All right, we got 2 in the box. We got 2 arms penalties on Pretty Hurt Machine for Arizona.
So Hurt got 1 for each arm, apparently.
And San Diego picked up 4 points on that last jam.
There we go. So 4 on the board for San Diego. It's 2:20 to halftime. If you're here in the arena, make sure you check out those trucks outside. I'm here to tell you that the Pina Colada Protein Smoothie is the truth. It is delicious, and I'm getting one.
That is Boomer jamming for the Wildfires.
And that's Dolly Spartan for Arizona. Dolly's up to a 4-wall, and Boomer along the inside.
Boomer breaks out. Wildfires taking lead jammer 2 jams in a row.
That's right.
As that is Slamurai and Hetty, who are sort of pinning Dolly to the rail for a second there.
So Dolly's out. Now the Boomer quickly
sliding through the pack. You love to see it, and the crowd goes wild.
The crowd indeed goes wild.
That
Excellent
was beautiful work by Boomer.
And I see the Arizona Jammer taking off their star, so we're going to have again another power jam.
I do not. No, we are not.
No, we are not. Oh my
Arizona
goodness.
Jammer is just standing really far away.
You know, I should know better. It's my jammer.
It's sort of shadowy over there.
It is, yeah. Let's go with that, not just the fact that I'm blind.
Yeah, well.
There's shadows.
We do have 2 Arizona blockers.
Oh, she's moving. Now I can see her.
Yeah.
Apparently I'm a lion.
Yeah, right. We do have 2 Arizona blockers in the box, and then we got Lala in the box for the Wildfires. So we got a 3-2 pack advantage for the Wildfires.
Slightly light pack.
Yeah. Lala in the box for arms, and then we got an arms and a directional on Skid Vicious and Muerta, maybe? I didn't see the number in time.
Muerta is not skating. I am not
then
certain.
It definitely wasn't that number.
Slaya, perhaps. Anyway, we're back to the action. That's Hollyhood for Arizona, who was all the way back there. It's either Hollyhood or Cherry Kiss.
Also out of the pack now, though, just about 20, 30 feet behind there.
San Diego, good success here in the last several jams, getting that jammer free. Yeah. Either getting lead jam or keeping Arizona to 1 scoring attempt as Hollyhood executes. Under a minute to go until halftime. San Diego keeping the pursuit up there and forcing the call off for Arizona. On the jammer line now with a full pack. Nobody in the penalty box for this jam.
Well. Look at us on our best behavior.
There we are.
So rare.
For Arizona is going to be Skid Vicious.
And that is Kim Kong for the Wildfires. Skid Vicious breaking out of the pack right away. Kim Kong still looking for an opportunity, getting a little bit of offensive help here as Skid reapproaches the pack.
Skid's able to, Skid tap dancing by, sliding block attempt by La Tiburona, and Skid's able to just kind of run on the toe blocks past.
Just sort of sneaking on by.
Yeah, you heard it run,
like a coyote.
Now some blockers, a big block at the back of the pack. Those San Diego blockers trying to get in the way and slow Skid down. Slamurai finishing it off with a forearm shiver to the sternum. Skid Vicious gets spun around and knocked down. Slamurai's mad now.
I have never seen Slamurai mad, and I don't think I ever will. She is the most even-keeled person.
She hits like she's mad,
yes,
let me tell you
exactly.
what.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, so the defense at the back of the pack holding strong and keeping Skid Vicious held up. Quarter clock has expired. I honestly did not see if it expired during play as I was watching the action, so we'll see momentarily. We do have something definitely holding up the action. Just 1 second. The score
7
for
points
Arizona.
there for Arizona
7
on that
points
last
for
jam.
Arizona.
We're just waiting for them to officially call the half. The team certainly seem to believe that it's the half. They're getting ready to move all their stuff.
Would appear that way.
Now,
San Diego hasn't started to move yet, so San Diego does not agree. Oh, whoa, okay, yeah. I just saw somebody signal to Coach Troy McClure, and Troy just told everybody stay.
Yeah,
so apparently we are not heading to the half? No, we are heading to the half. No, I am so confused.
Yeah, there we
go.
The halftime clock is getting set up.
Okay, no, there we go. They just told Troy McClure switch benches.
There we go. All right, so it is the halftime. We're going to take a 20-minute break. Go ahead, get yourself a snack, a drink, take a walk, and we'll be back here in about 20 for the championship game of the 2024 Battle on the Bank.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere, folks.
Unfortunately, no halftime show tonight. Nothing like last night's Expo bout. I'll try to roll down the track without getting hurt.
Yeah, perfect.
That'll be the halftime. Yeah, people can place wagers. It's a yes, no.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you back here in about 20.
Absolutely.
A Los Angeles Derby Dolls bout consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 15 minutes. These quarters are divided into 60-second rounds called jams. Each team has 5 players on the track in each jam, 4 players called blockers, and 1 point-scoring player called the jammer. You can always distinguish the jammers from the other players on the track by their starred helmets. It's the jammer's job to try to score points, and the blocker's job to try to stop them. The first whistle will sound to start the jam, and the blockers launch onto the track. The blockers form a tight grouping called the pack. The jammers race their way around the track and catch up to the pack. The jammers must then fight their way through the pack. The blockers from the opposing team will try to stop them, while the blockers on their team try to assist them. The jammers have now broken out of the pack and must race their way around the track and meet up with the pack again. Keep an eye on the jammer in front. She is your lead jammer and can call off the jammer by placing her hands on her hips. The pink jammer is now in position to score. She receives 1 point for each member of the opposing team she passes. As the pink jammer racks up points, the yellow jammer catches the pack and is now also in position to score. The yellow jammer will also receive 1 point for each member of the pink team she passes. The jam ends when 60 seconds have elapsed, or when the lead jammer calls off the jam by placing her hands on her hips. Players are not permitted to purposely trip or tackle their opponents. Players can block each other using their bodies and shoulders, but cannot use their elbows, forearms, or hands. Players violating the rules will be placed in the penalty box located on the infield, forcing their team to skate the next jam with 1 less skater. The game ends after 4 quarters. The team with the most points at the end of the bout is your winner.
2024 Battle on the Bank Championship bout between Arizona and San Diego Wildfires. You got Salty Siren here from Derby United. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about San Diego Wildfires?
I'm Salty Siren. I've been playing for 5-ish years. We play in San Diego on a roller derby specific, or at a roller derby specific venue. It is outdoors, both banked and flat. So most of our players are bitractual. We play both WIFTA and banked, and then several of us also played in the Open Gender Expo game last night.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, last night, if you missed it, we had an expo bout featuring Cal Squad versus the Trans Agenda, and it was an incredible bout. So here we are, last part of Battle on the Bank, first Battle on the Bank in 5 years. How has the tournament been treating you?
This is my first battle, so it's been very exciting. I didn't know what to expect. I hope next year we get to see more teams come. We've really been pushing in RDCL to rebuild some of the teams that we lost during the panini. We call it the panini, but during COVID. So I'm hoping, we might see Penn Jersey back next year. I know Sunshine City is coming to San Diego to play 2 RDCL games in October so that they can enter the league. So that's exciting. They're out of Florida.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, one of our juniors aged out and is working on bringing back Penn Jersey. And I can say Chublaka is on it for trying to get Penn Jersey back to us. And, that's kind of with a lot of people coming to this Battle on the Bank. It's their first ones. And besides that, what other changes would you like to see going through with the next Battles on the Bank?
I think it's actually gone really smoothly. I hope maybe more games maybe more full-length games, especially for teams that have traveled a appreciable distance. I mean, for us, it's 2 hours. We're not complaining, but it would be nice to see more games, longer games. It'd be great to see more of our refs represented from other teams, to be able to get more people interested in reffing and helping out, and we can't play without them.
Yeah, well, we all know the drive from Los Angeles to San Diego is super fun, especially on this weekend where Friday really felt the battle was the battle of the traffic and trying to get here, as everyone seems to have 9 days off or something. Anyway, so glad you're here. We love you, and can't wait to see what happens in the second half.
I also want to say happy birthday to our captain, Jax, number 43.
All right, happy birthday. What a wonderful way to celebrate it. All right, thank you so much. Yeah, one of the things I want to say about San Diego Wildfires that I found really fascinating is one of their skaters, Boomer, was born in 2003. That was the year the Derby doll started, and when I started in roller derby, and seeing a skater that was born in the year the doll started and now having them on the track skating the championship bout for Battle on the Bank, I tell you, that is one of my highlights for me. And we got a skater here from Arizona. Why don't you introduce yourself? I'm Evil.
Hi, my name is Evil Twin. I skate for the Arizona Derby Dames.
Will you be my evil twin?
No, my actual twin is across the way. She's a cute blonde. She's called the Good Twin.
That's all right. My evil twin is named Ilka. She's a metalhead, and she's probably in Germany right now sacrificing some black metal bands or something like that, or death metal, one or the other. So tell me about Arizona Hot Shots and how you're feeling coming into this tournament and playing the championship bout.
I'm feeling great. This is my first Hot Shots battle. I was a spectator back in 2019, so I'm very proud to be on this wonderful Hot Shots team. We're a big family here. We work really hard together. And I'm very proud to be here and represent the Hot Shots.
So what's been your highlight so far besides making it to champs?
Skating with the best skaters that we have in our league. They're quite special to me. And again, also very proud and excited to be here.
Yeah, well, I know you really have your eye on that trophy, so wishing you the best of luck in the second half of this bout. And again, thank you so much. We're so happy to have all of you here. There's nothing better than having everybody together again to do some bank check roller derby, best roller derby in the world. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for LA for hosting us. I appreciate it.
I hear you're hosting next year? No, just kidding. Okay, bye. No, just kidding.
It'll be fun.
It's just, I've been kind of joking. I'm going to try and throw that on somebody. Thank you so much. Good luck at the rest of the bout. Wow, this has been quite a weekend here at Valhalla, bringing back Battle on the Bank, the 13th one after a 5-year break because of surviving a pandemic, which was incredible, thinking of everything we went through just to build these leagues in the first place. But we're still here, we're stronger than ever, and we have had a wonderful weekend of Derby, and we hope you'll stay tuned for the rest of this. And of course, during the Derby Dolls, we'll be back in July when we have our junior summer camp. We'll be having an exposition game on July 27th, and hope that you'll tune in then. Thank you so much. I'm Eva Lee, and I'm signing out.
All right, welcome back for the second half of the championship game at the 2024 Battle on the Bank. We've had just an eventful day, an eventful tournament.
Yeah, a whole weekend of eventful things.
Yes.
We are coming to you live from Valhalla in Vernon, California. My pleasure to announce here, I've never been to Valhalla before,
Nor
any
had
of the
I.
doll
This
places.
is my
right?
first battle, actually.
Yeah, it's
So,
really super awesome.
we are starting off the second half with a crowded penalty box out there.
We are indeed. I saw the penalty box, the penalty board was walked up to us. I swear I'm a professional. The penalty box.
I told you.
Our chance for Arizona. The graphics got to it before I could fumble it out of my mouth. My
Yeah.
goodness, scaring Jaeger
Yeah,
down
we
to
got-
the inside.
We got 2 blockers in the box for Arizona. I did see we had at least an arms, a multiplayer, and then I believe Wildfires are both in there for directionals.
Yeah. So what we've got going on here is we've got a 2-player defensive wall for Arizona, and they're trying to goad up that San Diego defender at the back of the pack. Jaeger to the front now and is going to try to cling to the
almost
inside.
managed to
And,
get-
ooh,
and the-
just ran out of pink coping.
Late hit on rocks there.
So pack moving slowly into the
To turn
back
4
straightaway. Big block there, clearing the way, knocking down Iggy Cox. And there goes Jaeger finishing off that scoring pass. Excellent defensive effort, though, specifically there by San Diego.
Yeah, they
burning
really
a lot of
managed to run
time
down
off
the
that clock.
there. Yeah.
And there it goes. Wonderful effort. That saved another scoring pass easily. You saw how close Scary Jaeger was to the pack. So a wonderful defensive effort there from those San Diego defenders.
Somebody in the chat asked what the time left is on the half. The half just started.
Yeah, your time remaining is 13:39 in the third quarter. I've been trying to do time checks. I think the LA announcers are more used to doing that because on their stream there's not a game clock, and I know
Yeah.
that's apparently a whole thing, and everybody involved in programming the league just winced.
Yeah.
So, but I've moved around here so that I can try to remember to give more time checks. You got 13 and a half minutes to go, third quarter.
All right, that is Boomer on the jam line for the Wildfires. It is a power jam for the Wildfires.
Yeah.
Boomer coming up against that combination of Alanilatia and... Nope, they got too far away. I can't
Yeah, I
really
was
tell.
gonna say, well,
Either
they
way,
had-
Boomer managed to break out and is now approaching for our initial scoring pass.
They had Hollywood goaded, and Hood was able to break the goad, so now those 3 Arizona defenders are kind of controlling the pace of play. So San Diego is going to immediately switch to playing the accordion. Now try to get up and goad, not able to do so. Boomer almost snuck by Hollywood on the inside. Boy, that would have been Sports Center top 10 worthy.
That was cool. That was a cool little spin move she had there.
12 seconds left on the jam clock. Boomer's still trying to at least get all the points on this pass. And finishes it off.
There we go.
So Boomer gets the 1 scoring pass in on the power jam. It's 2 5-point power jams in a row. San Diego had not broken through on a power jam for quite some time, so 5 points is a victory they're going to savor after that one.
Absolutely. That is Rogue Rammer on the jam line. Looks like we've got 2 Arizona blockers in the box.
That's right. Once again, Arizona with a pack deficiency here. Your jammer for Arizona
Yeah, it
is...
looks like we got, I think, a back block, an arms, and maybe a directional as the third one. I can't really tell. Either way.
Yeah, several
3
of them. A
penalties,
lot of penalties
2
on Arizona
players
here in the last
box.
several jams.
Rogue breaking out right away. Just sort of jogging through as, who's that? That is Princess Leia.
Yeah, Sleia's on the pursuit now as they're going to both come barreling down. Here down the back straightaway goes Rogue Rammer up around the outside, trying to get to those last blockers, and is going to have Sleia go by along the inside. We've got ourselves another lead jam change. Don't you love Bank Track Derby? I love lead jam changes. Woo!
Flipping it on him.
Down along the inside, Rogue Rammer bumped off again by Skid Vicious. Arizona now on the advantage in this jam.
Ooh,
And
Rox-
a wonderful block right in front of us. Great job by Rocks and Socks. Again, I keep saying Rocks and Socks' name. It's amazing.
Yeah, Rogue now also just broke out, but still the non-lead jammer, but did manage to break all the way through, pick up all those points.
Oh, wow, that was almost really well timed. There was a block there right at the end.
Yes.
Let me see that blocker by San Diego. It's 999.
That's Iggy Cox.
Iggy Cox, yeah. Slaya was just about to signal to call it off, and Iggy Cox hit Slaya right as it was happening, and Slaya kind of clung to the track with one wheel. Otherwise, we would have had another lead jam change. This is crazy.
Rox is in the box on a directional for the Wildfires. And then we've also, it looks like, gotten Arizona. There was nothing on the Arizona side of the penalty whiteboard, but that is an Arizona player in the box. So
yeah,
no pack advantage. Both teams down a blocker.
It's going to be Cherry Kiss for Arizona, fighting to get through. Gets tripped up at the last second, unintentionally, but Slamurai kind of got a hold of that skate with the skate.
And that is Sugar. Sugar breaking out, picking up lead jammer for Wildfires, 2 jams in a row.
It is. Cherry Kiss is going to go into drive now, is going to try to catch up and see what she can do. Sugar Rage is trying to catch the pack. Cherry Kiss closing the gap visibly. Sugar Rage up to the pack, crashes into somebody, and has to kind of get herself recombobulated to call that off. Cherry Kiss on the hard pursuit.
Yeah, Cherry Kiss turning to work the crowd there with the.
Yeah.
Looking to get some noise in the house for both of these teams.
We got both.
Looks like
checking in.
That looks like that is a back block on the back block on Sugar.
All right.
Which means that it is going to be a power jam for Arizona.
It is an Arizona power jam as Sugar Rage heads to the penalty box. The penalty bench. The Pepper Patch. I hear you, Johnny Pepper. There we are, we're underway. It's an Arizona Power Jam, 60 seconds of offensive fun for Arizona. That is going to be Evil Twin. Excuse me, it is going to be Lightning the Queen. My goodness, it's Lightning's first time jamming. That's why I didn't recognize Lightning from this angle. So Lightning the Queen out there is going to ask, now waving to her blockers.
Ooh.
And stays on the track.
That was tough.
Wow, that is one of those physics things. I swear she was practically horizontal at the bottom of the track.
We got Iggy Cox is throwing shoulders out there.
And Lightning the Queen whips herself. Gets the whip off Skarin Yeager's jersey. Getting a whip in Valhalla. That sounds strangely familiar. Meanwhile, Lightning just runs into a shoulder. That was Rocks and Socks again. Ooh, a lot of Rocks and Socks just unloaded on Lightning.
Ooh.
And Lightning's going to slow things down. Wow. Usually Lightning, the Queen, is the one throwing those kind of blocks. Rocks and Socks. That shoulder was fully loaded, man. Woo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Looks like we got 1 apiece. Oh, I take it back. We got 2 in the box for the Hot Shots and 1 in the box for Wildfires. That's Iggy Cox. We're going to see what the penalties are in a second, hopefully, here.
Yeah, you're looking at 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. It was a 15-point power jam for Arizona.
That is an arms penalty on Iggy. I know there's a low block and an arms on.
San Diego Jammer is right up here to the front of the pack. Once again, they've had great success getting their jammer out.
That is Boomer taking the lead.
Now the Boomer's had really good success for San Diego getting out of the pack. Back here at the back of the pack is Evil Twin and is trying to sneak by, and then this gets wiped out by Samurai. What a hit.
Beautiful butt action by Samurai.
Boomer's ridden down off the track by Pretty Hurt Machine, and then Boomer's able to get up and kind of get by, and now taking off is the Arizona Jammer. So Evil Twin gets out and is going to try to cap this at 1 further scoring try for Malaboomer.
Hetty looking to clear a path here, successfully clearing a path for Boomer to pick up those points nice and neat and call it right off, and the crowd goes wild. You
can hear him in the background on the microphone, I'm sure, if you're not here in person. And we've got somebody falling down on in the blocker box. The action's so hard, we've got people literally falling in the blocker box.
Yes.
All right, we're back to it. That was 9 points for the San Diego Wildfires.
We got an arms
excellent
penalty
offensive output for them.
Arms penalty on the Arizona blocker and a back block on Hetty. So we got one each in the box, and we're looking at Rogue Rammer lined up on the jam line for the Wildfires, and I believe that's Dolly Spartan.
That is Dolly. Dolly's up to the front of the pack, tries to race around the outside, but that door quickly closed out there.
Yeah, getting held by Rocks and Snips here.
Yeah,
but
and is able to get them out of play, so gets the wave on. Lightning now up to the front of the pack, appeals for something to one of the referees, not sure what, but we do know Lightning likes to be discussive with the referees from our home bouts. Lightning's the team captain of one of our home league teams, the Runaway Brides. And
looks like, oh no, I take it back. I was about to say that there was a star pass, but there wasn't.
Dolly Spartan is out along the inside up to the high side and is able to outrun that blocker to the end of the corner to get through.
Yeah, Rogue still having a hard time breaking through that wall back there. Dolly Spartan with another pass. This is gonna be a high-scoring jam for Arizona.
Took a hit from Rocks and Socks, and that's gonna do it. The clock expires.
We've got looks like Rogue is in the box as the jammer, which means it is gonna be a power jam for Arizona.
We do. We
Yeah,
got
looks
ourselves.
like Rogue picked up a back block, maybe two back blocks, and Rocks picked up an arms penalty.
All right, so Cherry Kiss for Arizona on the jammer line. We've got 5:20 to go here in the third quarter, and the jam is underway. And Cherry able to sneak by, able to find a little opening there that was Hollywood and Remy Ruckus kind of holding up a blocker.
Wow, Cherry Kiss just hitting the rail, but then scooting right through.
Yeah, I
Didn't
mean,
let
hit the rail hard.
Yeah.
And then, just kind of bounced off.
Yeah, that was
kept
a
going.
punch to the gut. Looks like, Arizona's got Kim Kong goaded back here. Ooh, Hetty trying to block, but didn't quite get there in time.
Now Arizona's keeping that goad stuck up by the rail, and Cherry Kiss spins along to get past here in the back straightaway. There's 10 seconds left in the power jam, and Cherry is endeavoring to pick up another set of points if possible. 5 seconds. And weave through, and excellent blocking by Arizona to free Cherry Kiss along the inside. And a big cheer from the crowd. Bell bruising, as I mentioned, now jam reffing for Arizona with the white headband on. And we'll check the official score there from the power jam, and it is double headlights, 20 points for Arizona.
Wow. That was a hell of a jam. Looks like we got one apiece in the box, Kim Kong in the box. Yeah, I couldn't see what for. The jam started too fast. That's Sugar Rage jamming for the Wildfires. And Skid Vicious jamming for Arizona.
And Skid is out and clear, trying to stay on the track. What a block, and still trying to stay again. And Lightning is just going to town there with the blocks on Sugar Rage. Meanwhile, Skid to the inside, dodges a blocker and outruns another through the pack.
My goodness. Sugar still trying to break through that wall there.
Sugar's trying to drive him past the 20-foot mark, but the ipso facto goad at the back of the pack broke through. That was Pikachu. So here comes on a scoring pass, kind of tiptoeing through the pack is Skid Vicious. Another block at the front of the pack by Lightning the Queen, knocking Sugar Rage down to the infield. Here comes Skid Vicious again for another scoring pass up to the high side. Bounces off the pivot, gets tripped up, had a Skeeter go down and then skid over the top.
Sugar sort of using that confusion to get ahead.
Right, able to get out, but the clock expires before any further damage can be done by Arizona. 2:38 to go in the second quarter, probably about 2:10 to go when this jam starts. Third quarter. Thank you.
Second half, third quarter. Oh, look at that, a clear penalty board.
I'm not very good with numbers. Me just work good with mouth face.
We got nobody in the box. Everyone's behaving themselves.
Big old full pack. It looks like that's going to be Cherry Kiss back there once again for Arizona.
And that is Boomer jamming for the Wildfires.
They are underway. That is not Cherry Kiss. That is Hollywood. Once again, starting that far back. If it's not Cherry Kiss, it's her aunt, Hollywood.
Boomer trying, going up to the high, down to the low, looking for...
Yeah, again, Boomer's dealing with Remy Ruckus down there. Remy just kind of shoves Boomer off to the infield. Big block, trying to clear some space in there. Wow, a couple big hits by Tafttown. Just got in there on both shoulders, just unloaded on Cherry Kiss and Remy Ruckus.
Oh.
Hollywood did get out, and now you're trying to get through the pack. Your jammer, Malaboomer for San Diego, gets out.
Hollywood a little frustrated, trying to get the attention of the ref to call that off, but managed to get there in the end.
Hollywood comes by us, blinking that right eye, so might have taken a finger to the eye socket.
Ooh, it looks like Boomer is in the box. We'll see what for in a second. Boomer's in the box. Boomer's not happy about it, which means it is going to be a power jam for Arizona.
Do once again have another power jam for Arizona. That's going to be at the jammer line, Dolly Spartan.
We got one blocker in the box for Arizona, and then we've also got Taff in the box for the Wildfires.
One skater down off the track for Arizona to equalize everything. Now I see them checking in with the OPR. That's Fidel Castro down there. I know that fedora.
Yeah, lots of words being changed. Yeah, what do we got here? Looks like, I want to say that says back block on Boomer perhaps, and a directional on Taff.
All right, the power jam gets underway, making sure that all of our I's were crossed and T's were dotted. Dolly Spartan now to the front of the pack and is fighting against the two wall of San Diego defenders and pushes through. Just able to bully through there. Excellent effort by Lil Pity Bull at the front there, and the other blocker, Slammerai, no surprise there, but Dolly Spartan fighting through.
Arizona got Snips goated here. Ooh, my goodness, just truly just bulldozing right past Jax.
Yeah, it was Jax, not Slammerai, my apologies. But yeah, Dolly Spartan coming in there really with a full head of steam and just kind of ran into Jax's back. Dolly again, wow, Dolly able to go up to the high side.
That clear was crazy.
Clearing block by Lightning the Queen, and then Lightning lays into Jax, and Jax just about fell out of the track.
They sort of traded goats here. Now
Lightning keeps doing that this year. I swear, that would have been the third skaters Lightning's knocked out of the track this Derby season.
Yeah.
And there goes Dolly Spartan.
My goodness.
Yeah, Lightning's going to start stamping people on her car like the old cartoons they did. I mean, that's... So, yeah. I love hitting. I love blocking. I'm the son of an offensive lineman. I live for this stuff.
Looks like we've got one in the box for Arizona.
Arizona's going to put 15 on the board. They have topped up over 200 for the bout.
Oh, and we've also got Jax in the box for the Wildfires. So we've got one apiece, one blocker apiece in the box as Rogue Grammar takes the jam line for the Wildfires.
Another check-in with the OPR, and it looks like we're ready to get started. This will be the last jam of the quarter. It is going to be a timeout before the last jam of the third quarter. So let's check and see. So we're going to have a team challenge. So, all right, so there's no time on the quarter clock.
Got a challenge from the Wildfires.
Yep. No time on the quarter clock, but this is a challenge, so we have not officially entered quarter break. So no quarter break yet. We are at 0-0s on the quarter clock, but this is a challenge, so there is one jam left in the third quarter. So don't go anywhere during this challenge, not that you would anyway. You know, I thought of another interesting topic since we are here. Yes, thank you for the challenge music. I appreciate it.
Hey, everybody, it's Match Game. I'm Gene Eubanks. Mild sexual innuendo.
Meanwhile, I wanted to mention Derby. Let's hear from people who are in Derby couples that are on opposing teams. Because I got to thinking about how Novocaine and then Cherry Kiss and Lightning are all on the same team.
Yep.
We have anything like again, hop in the chat. It's our challenge chat. Jump in there and let us know if you have a significant other, a partner, two sisters. We have that in our league. We have sisters that are on opposing teams. But I think my favorite is when it's two members of a couple that are on opposing teams. I think that's kind of my favorite, especially when they jam together. So just another thing to kind of think about. You know, it really is, it's fun being in Derby where a lot of people can participate together. You know, the fact that skating officials and NSOs, like my spouse Freya Huggs wanted to be a skater but was kind of afraid to like learn the skating and get into that, and then the league liked having them around so much that the regulators were like recruited them and made them made them an official, and now, but like they write in with me, and I get there to do my little weird voice thing. I just kind of float in and float out. Nobody ever sees my face, and then everybody loves Freya, and I just watch people loving Freya the whole time. You know what I mean? I love that though. I love having a thing that we can do together that's like fun, and it's not the both of us doing the same thing necessarily. Our jobs are extremely different, but like there is absolutely, just like I said about body types, there's a place for both of us even in the same derby arena, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I do think also at this quarter break, once we figure out what this official review verdict is going to be, I do think we are also going to have we're going to call the raffle.
Yeah, I was going to say, we started to head downstairs with the raffle, but you might have heard me say not yet off the microphone because I was busy saying it's not yet.
Yeah, we are still going to wait.
Yeah, we got one jam left in the third quarter, so we are holding steady at the moment.
Either way, though, especially if you're at home, if you're in the house, obviously you got to stick around to hear the raffle called.
Yep.
But if you're watching from home, you now would be a time to go get a snack, because we are going to come back, get that information on the official review, and then go immediately into a 5-minute break. So
that's right. So, you know, go to the fridge, get yourself a nice frosty Clamato, head back to your chair and enjoy the tangy tomato goodness. That's not a sponsorship. All right, challenge is wrapped up. We'll get the answer here shortly. So once we get the answer, the coaches are getting it now, and then we will give you the answer. Here it comes.
Oh, looks like the challenge was won.
Wow, another successful challenge. Well, they've had three.
And it cancels out that block on, looks like it was the block on the directional on jacks that was challenged, I believe.
Okay, interesting. So they challenged the penalty on jacks.
They're taking the track again, but because I guess there is actually 1 second, so we're gonna have one more.
Yeah, exactly. We have one more jam here in the third quarter.
Jam in the third quarter.
Yeah, so there was time for one jam. We had to stop for the challenge. Now this jam, then the quarter break.
That is Rogue Rammer taking the jam line for the Wi-Fi's, breaking out right away.
Wow, excellent. A good block by the pivot from San Diego. Got right on the pivot for Arizona. Al annihilates it and cleared the way for Rogue Rammer.
Ooh, trying to jump the apex, not quite managing to make it. No pack is called.
Jammer for Arizona is right in front of us. Evil Twin, and is trying to get through and is getting ground down to the rail and pushed off by the San Diego defender. Again, that's 408. That's Tafftown. Yeah, Rogue trying to break through this wall back here, but once again, Arizona's wall's pretty tough to obliterate. Yeah, but you see San Diego's kind of formed the old flat track tripod up there.
Oh.
They've got severe. Now Remy Ruckus springs in there. Oh, goodness. Dumped off on the infield unceremoniously as Evil Twin.
Almost managed to break through and then just lost it just at the last second.
Slammerite delivered to the infield and then stood there to follow through.
And Rogue manages to break out. Beautiful. All right, so that's now going to be our quarter break. We're going to take that 5-minute break. We're going to talk raffle stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back here in a few.
Yep.
Hey, it's raffle time, everybody. Did you buy a raffle ticket? Because we're going to call that right now. The first prize, by the way, the very first prize is a gift basket with a bottle of 1800 tequila and coconut infused. So that's going to be the first one. And the winner of that is, right here, 875-687. 875-687. If you are the winner, come down here to the concessions area and you can claim your prize. The next prize, this is a good one always, $25 gift certificate to Amazon. That's right, a $25 Amazon gift card. The winner is the 875-729. That's right, 875-729. We got a winner. I hope we got a winner. We may not have a winner. All right. Now we have a gift bag of Derby Doll merch. If it's the same one from earlier, you're going to be so stoked. The winner is 875-676. 875-676. Yeah. Hey, you won some Derby Dolls merch. Yeah. And finally, the Fall Guys 12-inch plushie blue. And the winner, 875-668. 668. We got a winner. You got a plushie. All right, thank you everybody for buying raffle tickets, for supporting the Derby Dolls, supporting Battle on the Bank. And I'll be signing everything back over here to CJ and Clofton.
Welcome back for the final quarter of the final game of the 2024 Battle on the Bank. Give it up for both of these teams playing a fantastic game thus far. Heading into this last quarter, our score is 215 Hot Shots, 55 Wildfires, and we are going to finish it off strong.
Let's hear a cheer from anybody, or a wave or a rave of the hands. Who's been here all weekend since game one? There you go. Boom. Look at that. Yes, I love it. I can't even comp to that. I got heat sick yesterday, and I couldn't finish out the expo bout, which I really wanted to see the end of that. I saw it on the stream. I went home and then watched it. I was not home, hotel room, watched the stream, though. Meanwhile, we're underway in the fourth quarter. Your first jammer for Arizona is going to be Skid Vicious.
That is Boomer jamming for the Wildfires.
Skid's going to fight past around the outside and gets past Lala Tiburona. So Skid Vicious, your lead jammer for the first jam here in the fourth quarter.
Boomer is sort of stuck behind this three-wall. Ooh, as that Arizona pivot clears the way for Skid to come through. Skid stuck now behind Kim and Lala. Oh, looks like we had a start pass to Hedy Lascar as
Yep.
Boomer switches to playing a little bit of offensive blocking there.
Yep.
Clearing the way. Oh, my goodness.
And wow, Hedy Lascar is able to fight through and get past a block from that pivot for Arizona. Just kind of dispensed with the blocker and sort of just shoved him out of the way. Skid Vicious keeping an eye on the goings on.
Ooh, that was very cool. Boomer using some of those jammer tricks to block. I love watching jammers do blocker skills and blockers use jammer skills.
Yeah, I was going to say specifically one skater I think of. What I thought of this after I told him, but as legs get him from Tilted Thunder, not a triple threat, but a triple promise.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's really not a triple threat. It's really like pick your poison with somebody like legs. Like they're gonna block, they're gonna jam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what you like you see. Like it's really great to see skaters that are like a Swiss Army knife on the track.
We've got a multiplayer penalty for Mimi Mahler in the box over there. So it's a slight pack advantage favoring the Wildfires as Sugar Rage takes the jam line. Ooh.
And big tumbles down. Wow, look at that. Al Annihilates it, gets up and basically is looking right into the face of Hollywood.
Sugar almost managing to break through and getting waylaid by Cherry Kiss down there.
Hollywood's pinned in here at the back of the pack. Excellent individual defense right in front of us. Once
By
again,
Iggy,
yeah.
It's that
Iggy
falls-
Cox, once again.
Iggy Jackson Snips back there holding it
Yep.
down.
At the
as-
front of the pack, you've got your San Diego jammer. That's Sugar Rage once again, is now stuck behind a three-wall of Arizona jammers.
Almost breaking through, but then getting pinned. Ooh.
And then Hollywood is able to get through. Little friendly fire. Cherry Kiss was coming down after being blocked, and Hollywood had to kind of steady her to get through. So Hollywood now puts it in drive and is going to catch up to the pack. The pack starts moving. Hollywood weaving through and gets by around the outside.
Picking up those points with just about 5 seconds left in the jam here.
That'll do it. Sugar Rage spinning a couple times, trying to get free towards the end of that, but the clock expires on that full 60-second jam.
That is Rogue Rammer taking the jam line for the Wildfires. We got one apiece in the box. I see Cherry Kiss in the box for the Hot Shots and Little Pity Bowl in there. Yeah, it looks like Cherry Kiss in for a directional and arms, and Pity in for something.
It's 12 minutes to go in the game. As mentioned, Rogue Rammer jamming for San Diego. Arizona jammer who has to grab the kick plate to stop from going off the track as Princess Leia. We're going to find somebody's going to fall out of the track sooner or later with this thing. These hits are nuts. Rogue Rammer's at the front of the pack with the stars stashed, in case you're wondering what's going on, and is trying to fight. The pivot's there too, so they got two options. Rogue Rammer now ridden to the high side. Pivot goes out front. Hedy Lascar
Ooh,
watching.
slam with
Big
a
block
solid hit
Samurai. What a hit at the back of the pack. Just dumped Princess Leia on the infield.
Yeah.
Like yesterday's newspaper in the recycle bin.
But Rogue manages to break on out.
So now Rogue out. There's 11 seconds left on the jam. Rogue's going to get
plenty of
around it.
time.
Yeah, plenty of time. Arizona jammer Princess Leia sort of dropped into jammer defense, but Rogue's able to get around. Rogue trying to shove through and just get those hips in front of everybody.
Ooh.
Goes back in first. You know the jammer's watching the clock when they whip around and start going back in first, trying to get those hips in front of people.
Oh, yes.
So, watch the points. Coming up from the infield eventually. Yeah, I was going to say still discussing it. Now
3
here comes
points on that last jam for
3
Rogue
points
Rammer.
for the Wildfires coming up from, oh wait, no, discussion.
Ooh, controversy, intrigue. The both teams have taken the track, are fully like poised, ready to go. I think not aware of how much conversation is happening. We've got looks like one in the box with three penalties. We got slams in the box for arms.
All right, here comes an OTO. It looks like Oliver and our eye in the sky up here basically worked it out just as our head ref determined the stoppage to being too long.
And we've got a challenge being brought by the Wildfires.
All right.
Understandably so, because there's 3 Wildfires in the sin bin, which is never
It also
place you want to be.
could very well be a points challenge. It did take them a long time to discuss the points, and they may disagree with the outcome. We'll have to see. We'll find out what the challenge is and let you know what the outcome is momentarily. So, game reset, 10:34, fourth quarter, 225-58. We'll find out in a moment if that's the nature of the challenge for sure. It's really wonderful being here, and again, I talked about this many times yesterday, but the camaraderie of everybody this weekend and being surrounded by people and just the thrill of having Battle back after 5 years is just great. And
Yeah.
I feel lucky to be here announcing.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. In the end, the real points were the friends we made along the way.
Exactly, right. So I've noticed several things about this tournament that I love, which is that the ADA seating slowly morphed into the injured skater seating.
Yes.
There's still plenty of room for ADA. ADA need people who need ADA seating, but yes, basically, it's slowly over the weekend. There's a growing assemblage of people with knee braces and iced ankles sitting over there.
Yes,
so
I know.
You know it's a tournament.
We've got Wreck and Ralph is over there leading the cheering section for the Wildfires.
The barely walking wounded.
She got taken out heroically, but nonetheless effectively.
So you always see, like, as the weekend goes on, it's like Friday, everybody's just bebopping around here, and Sunday there's like a full quarter of the people are limping,
haggard faces,
slowly crutch.
Looks like we've got. I cannot read that. I would love if you could move, like, just walk a little closer, so we can see. It looks like San Diego. Yes. Okay. So they're challenging the arms. There was an arms penalty on Rogue that they are challenging, and then we also have a low block on Kim, and or we've got a low block on Slamurai. So we don't yet know what the verdict is, though. Correct?
Yeah, exactly. So it is a penalty challenge on the jammer. That's kind of your run-of-the-mill, most usual challenge is challenging a jammer penalty for sure.
It's a hashtag Free Rogue campaign. Get in the comments. Get in the comments. Hashtag Free Rogue.
Right. Free Rogue, and we're not talking about streaming pirated Disney movies. So, is that a series? I'm sorry, is Rogue One a movie or a series?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm a huge nerd, and for some reason, I've never wandered into Star Wars. It's very strange. And
and it looks like the Wildfires did lose that challenge, unfortunately, so.
All right.
The hashtag Free Rogue campaign,
yes,
ineffective.
Yeah, short-lived.
Which means that it is going to be a power jam for Arizona. Like I said, that penalty box is painted bright blue right now. We've got 2 blockers in the box of the Wildfires alongside Rogue. And then I believe I also saw there was I want to say arms penalty on one of the Arizona blockers. So.
Yep, that was Lightning McQueen picked up in arms. I was thinking of, what was that? Somebody just handed a flag to somebody. I don't know what happened. We're ready to go. I thought that was a challenge flag. I thought somebody was challenging another thing.
And another thing.
All right, well, we're back to it, and since that jammer penalty was lost, we're going to have a power jam for Arizona. San Diego fielding the minimum, 2 blockers out there against Arizona's 3.
That is, who do we got holding it down there? That's Snips and Iggy out there holding it down for the Wildfires. Speeding this pack up.
Yeah, that's San Diego, obviously, right there. The strategy is just getting moving. Pretty Hurt Machine is jamming for, Pretty Hurt Machine jamming for Arizona. Defensive Indifference gets waved on to second. And now those 2 San Diego jammers are going to kind of set up in a luge format for a moment. Stacked up, just keeping moving. So Arizona's trying to play the accordion. The San Diego skaters are really doing it. Oh, what a block. Wow. Oh, goodness.
We lost a
pivot cover. Holy heck, she knocked the pivot cover off her head.
Yeah, that was a tough fall.
Wow. Just took a second from that accordion and just knocked the snot out of somebody. My goodness. Meanwhile, Pretty Hurt Machine finishing off the scoring pass. Now Arizona's gotten around in front of those blockers for San Diego, and Arizona's controlling the pace of play. Hurt up to the high side.
5 seconds left now.
Big block again, and Hurt gets knocked down. Another hit. And then turning right around and a big hug. Look at that. That's the best part of Derby. I mean to tell you, Iggy Cox just hit Pretty Hurt Machine so hard and then turned around and helped her up, and they hugged. You know what I mean? That is awesome. So we have about 9 minutes even to go when this next jam starts. It was a 10-point power jam for Arizona, which I'm going to say is a defensive victory for San Diego with only 2 blockers out there. So excellent job by the 2 of them.
Let's see. Can you read that?
Can I read that?
Yeah, I certainly can.
If you ask me if I can read that and you can't, the answer is probably no.
Yeah,
we got a failure to reform on Al Annihilate Ya, and then somebody on San Diego
that's Iggy,
got.
But I made
both,
an arms, but then there's a word below it that I cannot read.
That's another failure to reform. Is it ejected?
Oh, yes, that is. Yes, Iggy was ejected.
Oh,
okay.
there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Iggy Cox in the service of defending a power jam with 2 defenders.
Heroically. A martyr,
Absolutely.
really.
So Iggy Cox out of the action for the last bit of the going here. And San Diego's primary defenders, and that's usually how you rack up 7 penalties, is by being in there in the dirty trenches all game long.
Yes.
9:04 to go, as I figured. And we're underway. Skid Vicious for Arizona, and it looks like Malaboomer once again for San Diego.
That is correct. We got 1 each in the box over there, so no pack advantage.
No pack. Now we get a little bit of action. Both jammers kind of start running at once. Skid Vicious gets smacked into the rail. Excuse me, that's Dolly Spartan. My apologies. Skid Vicious is out there. I just lost track of who was where. Dolly now
almost
front of
through
the pack.
and then getting bumped off the lower
That's
by
right.
Eddie and Slam.
And just a rotation of skaters getting knocked onto the infield here. Boomer's toward the front and is going to outrun that blocker for Arizona.
Still 20 seconds left in this jam.
That's
Plenty
right.
of time to make it around, especially
Cheer
if you skate
goes
as
up from
quickly
the
as
crowd
Boomer
for San
does.
Diego. Like I said, once again, we got a lot of LA skaters here that are raising the roof for San Diego. Malaboomer is going to get in behind Dolly Spartan, but not able to follow Dolly. The Arizona.
Hard
Lightning
hit.
the Queen.
And then Boomer does it and calls that
Behind
off.
Lightning. My goodness, what a hit. Now, like I said yesterday, ask Sweet Feet about those lightning hits. Lightning will bring the pain.
That is Sugar Rage on the jam line for the Wildfires. Looks like we got 2, and we got Kim and Slamurai both in the box. I see both on directional penalties, and then we've got an arms penalty on Mimi Mahler.
We got Cherry Kiss well behind the jammer line for Arizona. It's going to be 7:34 to go in the 4th quarter right now. We have another blocker for Arizona. That's Al Annihilate Ya looking confused and then is told to get back up there. There you go.
And we're off.
All right.
Ooh,
That's not Cherry Kiss, that's Hollywood.
Jammer on jammer action here.
You think I'd be better at spotting the Arizona skaters at this distance. That's Hollywood for Arizona. Getting out, getting clear.
Snip's doing a little bit of an offensive sweep here, clearing the way for Sugar to break on out right as Hollywood reapproaches the pack. Just absolutely whips on through, breaking through that Jackson Snips wall in the back. Sugar now reapproaching, flipping around. Sometimes you just got to lead with the butt, you know?
Yep. Sugar Rage now on a scoring pass. Hollywood finishes the second. Looks like Hollywood is in no mood to call this jam off, so they're going to go ahead and let Sugar Rage get what she can as Hollywood comes around to kind of turn this into an impromptu power jam type situation.
No pack is called, and so they kind of accordion back together. Ooh, managing three-wheeling it out there.
Hollywood sticks it, rode down most of the front straightaway on 2 to 3 wheels, and Hollywood stays upright. That's what you pay for derby tickets for, folks. It's watching physical feats of acrobatics like that. Check it on the score now from the infield for both sides.
Well, it looks like we got another ejection, this time for Arizona. That is 6:23. That's Hollywood ejected from the game. And
If Hollywood is ejected, would that not be a power jam? I don't know.
No, looks like no. We got about 6 minutes left in the game. Score is 249-65. That is Rogue Rammer taking the track. Oh, you know what? It's because both jammers ended up in the box.
Oh, there you go. Double jammer down.
Ooh,
Exactly
Rogue Rammer
correct.
breaking
Thank
out
you.
immediately. Oh,
Yeah.
In hot pursuit.
Getting out for Arizona in pursuit. That's Lightning the Queen is going to take up the chase. Lightning closing it quick. Rogue Grammar's not giving it up. We got ourselves
No.
a good old-fashioned jammer race getting back to the pack.
Oh,
To the take ahead. We got another lead
flipping it
change.
on him and call it off.
They call it off. Gets knocked down. Man, I can't remember the last bout I've seen with 3 lead jammer changes in it.
Wow.
I'm going to have to stop getting so excited for those. My blood pressure, yikes. Meanwhile, yeah, so that's what happened there is that thanks to CJ for figuring that out just before the jam started. It was double jammer down, penalties on both Sugar Rage and Hollywood. And so Hollywood fouled out, ejected, and they're marking another double jammer down, it looks like.
Yes,
Troy
it's
McClure's challenging.
Arms. I see a low block on, I believe that was a low block. It was an arms and a low block. Who got which one? I'm not really sure. I didn't see it fast enough.
Okay, so 5:13 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, looks like we got an official review requested by Arizona.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw Troy with the challenge flag, so I knew that was forthcoming. So Arizona's going to utilize their remaining second half challenge.
I see Sugar's got her helmet off, and I can't tell if that's just getting a little air or if she also got ejected. I don't feel like I saw her in the penalty box enough for that, so I have to assume.
Yeah, I would say that
take a
she's
little
just
break.
getting a breather. It is pretty
really hot.
muggy in here. It is the people are joking about Arizona people like this heat must be nothing. It's like, yeah, well, I'm swimming in the air, so it really is. The old gag is, but it's a dry heat. But man, it really is a dry heat. I'm gonna get home. It's gonna be 105 degrees when I get home at 1 in the morning, and I'm gonna get out of the car and go, there it is. So can't wait.
Beautiful sound to make on the mic.
Hey, you know what? I'm a professional announcer, and for some reason they haven't fired me yet.
Yeah, you going full cat mode there.
I know. Well, I have 6 cats, so I know what they sound like. When myself and Freya met, we each had 3, and we honestly flirted by swapping cat pics, and then eventually we're like, wait a second, are we flirting? And then we just started dating.
It's like a weird version of the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, no, it is, yeah. So we united the packs, and then we fluctuated between 6 and 8 cents.
There you go.
We don't adopt cats. People just call and go, take this cat. We're like, why? What is wrong with it physically or personality-wise?
The universal cat distribution system.
See, but we don't get like sick cats or cats. We just get jerks. People are just like, yeah, this cat's a jerk. Will you take it? And just fits in with our other jerks. Anyway, so the challenge continues apace. It has been fantastic to be here this whole weekend.
Yes, this has been such a fun tournament.
I wanted again to thank the LA Derby Dolls for hosting this tournament and for being so welcoming for somebody who was coming in here terrified about announcing. Thank you, yes. I was scared out of my mind to come into the actual place where the actual Derby Dolls are and sit up here and announce. And I'm making cat sounds on the mic. Look how comfortable I am.
Yeah, there you go. I'm trying to keep.
So, meanwhile, challenge continuing back there. We have a lot of discussion here, so we'll have to see what's going to happen with that.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep a close eye on the infield because last time they had the official review. They brought it over. Neither of us was paying attention. They started flagging us down. At one point, somebody in the chat was like, "Hey, I think they want you to look at the whiteboard because they spotted it before we did." So my eyes are glued to the action because I don't want that to happen again.
Right. Let's see here. Here's in the late going. It looks like the challenge is getting ready to wrap up. Hit us in the chat one more time. Jump in that chat and let us know what your favorite thing was this weekend. What was your favorite thing that you've seen either on the stream or in person? Favorite hit, favorite move, favorite dance party, whatever your favorite thing was from this weekend. Scott Van Pelt does the thing. He says the best thing I saw today.
Perhaps.
Yeah, so best thing you saw this weekend. Get it in here in the chat. Let everybody know.
Looks like the challenge was lost by Arizona. So they were challenging the Arizona penalty. There was a low block. The Wildfires one was the arms, and so I'm assuming that they were challenging that low block, and they lost that challenge.
All right. So Lightning McQueen was laying flat out on the penalty bench for the LA Derby Dames. So might as well lay down and take a little break. Now legally has to sit upright, apparently. I guess you're not allowed to lay down in the penalty box?
Yeah, you can't be napping in the infield.
That's right. Well, you know what? You got to get your sleep where you can.
Yeah. All right, I see Boomer taking the track for the Wildfires.
For Arizona, I believe that is Evil Twin, but we'll double check.
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
That's Evil Twin.
Yes. Ooh, Oh, Boomer with a cool little spit. Got low, spun around.
Oh, wow, another big move. Boomer, man, Boomer's fast on those skates.
Oh, yes.
And then tries to jump, gets ahead and goes on through.
Is gonna. I saw two cut penalty.
Yeah, I saw penalties being signaled, but I'm not smart enough to know at who necessarily.
Oh no, that was definitely Boomer. It was Boomer for sure.
Look out, Track Monster. Track Monster is here. It is late in this tournament, and the Track Monster said, "Don't forget that I'm here." Meanwhile, Malaboomer is going to get up into the pack and call it off.
I believe we're. I would put money on we're about to have a power jet. Yeah, Boomer's in the box for that cut.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Malaboomer heads in. It was an interesting move. I just touched her skate down out of bounds and then got back up and then landed on the toe blocks and then was like, "What are you going to do?" Just kind of took off. So
I think that might have been our first cut penalty of the game.
Yeah.
I've seen like 87 million directionals and no cuts.
All right, so you hear the sound. You saw the logo, Power Jam for Arizona. Dolly Spartan is just going to outrun Hetty Lascar to the end of the pack. Run is the right term for it. Dolly just got moving.
A light jog, really.
So San Diego defense is going to set up here in the turn. They've got Slammerite goaded at the back. Scaring Jaeger ahead to try to create some hole, and does so. Jaeger got in there and expertly got a block in there on Tafttown. 32 seconds to go in the Power Jam. You got 3:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. And Dolly Spartan this time up into the pack. San Diego's able to slow Dolly down. Dolly is towards the infield trying to tiptoe by. That's going to get back up. It's ridden up to the rail. 9 seconds left in this Power Jam. Dolly's still trying to get by and going to get bumped off again. So San Diego is able to stiffen the defense down there at the end of the back straightaway.
Yeah, that is
and the clock expires.
Down over there. Really brought the pack to a standstill over there.
All right, so we'll check from the infield what we're looking at here. It looks like Dolly got part of a scoring pass in on that second attempt.
Looks like we've got a directional on Taff. So Wildfires are going to be down a blocker for this next jam. That is Sugar Rage on the jam line. And Cherry Kiss jamming for
Cherry
Arizona.
Kiss once again for Arizona. Wonderful block down there along the inside. Knocking
Rocks.
Cherry. Cherry tried to get by. Rocks with the knocks, and then Cherry does finish getting out of the pack. 46 seconds to go on the jam clock. At the back of the pack, Sugar Rage trying to wait for an opening and is now going to try to make one herself. Meanwhile, Cherry Kiss ducks low, kind of tries to hide from the defense, but they're wise to it. No, a big hit there at the front end. Again, that's Rocks.
Bodies hit the floor.
Cherry, back at the back of the pack, now has to reestablish behind the whole pack. Sugar Rage
did manage to break out of the pack, though.
Did indeed. Now Cherry fights along the rail to get out.
About 15 seconds left in this jam.
Cherry's skating with a vengeance. He's not going to surrender anything here. He's going to catch up to Sugar Rage.
It's going to call it off, though. Ooh, trying to call it off, but can't get the ref's attention. That was confusing. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that happened.
So we'll check the score there. It looks like San Diego's going to get 4 there at the back end of things.
We got about a minute and a half left on the game clock.
Be about 1:10 to go in regulation at the start of this jam for those of you keeping track.
Oh, looks like Lala with I want to say a directional, and then it looked like maybe a word. Is that word ejected? I can't really see.
Ready to go, it looks like. Clock paused at the end of the break, and we're underway. That's going to be...
That is Rogue Rammer jamming for the Wildfires.
And pop goes the star for San Diego, and your jammer for Arizona is just going to line up and play defense with the back wall there and turn that into a 4-wall with your pivot in front. Looks like Arizona has shifted into clock burning mode at this point.
Oh, but Rogue breaks out
on the inside. Wow, Rogue Rammer just took an opportunity and then just exploded through there.
But in hot pursuit.
Arizona jammer out as well. We're going to have ourselves a jammer race right back to pack, y'all. Here comes Rogue Rammer. It's going to go right up in the middle and out on the inside. That's another lead change.
But
big tumble.
Everybody hits the floor.
Big tumble. Lightning the Queen calls it off from her stomach before rolling off the track like a QT taquito. Wow, that's the 4th lead jammer change, and it's happened both ways. I have seen it happen.
Yeah.
San Diego did it, and Arizona did it. That's
That was
crazy.
wild. That was wild.
What a statistical anomaly. I love it. Meanwhile, you've got 18 seconds and counting on the jam clock, and it's going to be a powered no. For a moment it was, but it is not going to be a power jam for San Diego any longer. Meanwhile,
one in the box for Arizona.
And San Diego skating at full strength. 10 seconds as the clock is stopped, so this may be the last jam of regulation. We will have to see if anything happens with penalties thereafter.
That is Boomer jamming for the Wildfires, breaking out right away.
Boomer gets out. And
Taking off like a shot. Oh, the whole bench is cheering.
Boomer weaved around Al annihilate ya. Now the crowd's hearing it.
The
Crowd's
bench is getting the whole crowd going for Boomer here.
That's right. Crowd's stomping.
Ooh.
Boomer gets knocked down by Pretty Hurt Machine. He's going to fight past.
Oh,
He's going to get around. Oh, he almost stayed on and couldn't quite stay on. Oh, that would have been epic. Boomer now still trying. The jammer for Arizona just about slid into the referee bench. Yikes.
Oh, and
there goes Boomer.
Boomer picks up all 5 of those
Boomer
points.
gets through. The quarter clock has expired, so this is the last jam of regulation. Boomer's going to catch up to the pack. Pretty Hurt Machine is now going to play jammer defense with 11 seconds left on the jam clock. Boomer is going to fight Cherry Kiss. It seems fitting as many times as they jam together.
Eke out that last point.
And that's fire.
Another Cinco de Rico.
Got Cherry Kiss out of play.
Expires. Beautiful last jam there. That was 10 points for Boomer. Give it up for Boomer there.
Now everybody down off the track. That's the end of regulation. We're going to have to wait and see if there are any penalty jams, if both teams got penalties, or if San Diego picked up a penalty at all. There will be no penalty jam, so we're going to check in and see. Could be a couple more crazy jams, maybe. We'll have to check and see from the infield. This is the most anxiety-ridden time of a bout, is when you're waiting for a final whistle or not.
I gotta tell you, I don't see a lot of anxiety down there at all. I see nothing but smiles.
We got a final
that is
whistle.
The game. Our final score is 264-82 Hot Shots. Give it up for both of these teams. Your battle on the bank champions, the Arizona Hot Shots, give it up. And your second place team, the San Diego Wildfires.
Here comes Arizona. Ball game. The Hot Shots are national champions. It's a victory 15 years in the making, but Arizona has climbed the mountain and claimed their first Battle on the Bank title. The Hot Shots have put out the Wildfires. And Arizona finishes their lap. And let's hear it for San Diego. Take it away,
for
CJ.
the Wildfires. Look at them go. Truly, light it up, burn it down, and that's exactly what they came to do. Some of the best bank track derby I have seen in my very, very long derby career.
This bout was extremely, I loved it. Right down to the last second, too. Those last two jams were fabulous. Wonderful.
Nothing but smiles out there on the track. I know both of these
smiling.
teams are going home feeling good. Thank you all so much. Thank you to the LA Derby Dolls for a flawless tournament. Could not have gone any better than it did, and it's just been an absolute dream. So thank you guys all.
I want to thank all the fans in attendance and everybody watching on the live stream. Thank you for supporting live independent entertainment. If you're here local, thank you for supporting local live independent entertainment. You watching, if you're on YouTube, subscribes are free and they help boost eyeballs. Subscribe to the LA Derby Dames YouTube channel before you log off. It's free, it costs you nothing, and like I said, it pleases the algorithm.
Eva Lee here at the 2024 Battle on the Bank, and the winners of the championship bout are the Arizona Hot Shots. Their first time taking the trophy at the Battle on the Bank, and second place goes to the San Diego Wildfires. What an incredible bout. Third place to the Los Angeles Derby Dolls. And then we have Tilted Thunder and Texas, who had the most fantastic consolation game. I tell you right now, we are going to take some photos and stuff on that. The live feed is going to continue, and then we're going to come back here in about 10 minutes for the MVP awards. So stick around for that trophy ceremony, and we will see you back here soon.
That's right. We are going to be back here. We're going to let those teams go ahead and wipe off, change, get a little less smelly, and then we're going to come back here for those MVP awards. It looks like we got everybody's just absolutely piling in for a photo. Hugs abound. So you were saying that it's been 15 years.
Yeah, Arizona's first Battle on the Bank was Battle on the Bank 3 in 2009. Wow. And, of course, like I said, San Diego now comes back next year trying to overcome. It'll be 17 years. They won the first two. They won 1 and 2, and it's been, ever since then, it's been L.A., except for the one year that they had a mashup team win it. Yeah. So, I mean, again, it was going to be earth-shattering anyway at the end of last night to know we were going to have a new champion one way or another.
Yes, one way or another, yeah.
It was going to be either a 15 or 16-year drought that was going to end, so we were guaranteed of having somebody just absolutely ecstatic at the end of this bout.
Yes. Yeah, you could see that both of these teams were playing with the gusto of a team that's looking to make a little bit of history.
Yeah, so it'll be certainly an even better season next year for RDCL. Now the teams are trying to get on their feet and be able to travel and compete against each other more. Obviously, we were talking, Jay, you and I were talking off air about the minors programs too getting back underway.
Yes.
And how the LA Junior Derby Dolls are just dominating everybody right now.
Oh, yes.
And that bout earlier today was thrilling. I wish I'd gotten here earlier, but I was out running errands before getting here for the main event. And that's so exciting both to see leagues kind of getting their footing, some, the leagues that have been able to make it through the pandemic, and also minors programs getting back going, the minor assaults in Arizona. Minor programs are it's so great. Like we've talked about this weekend, but,
they're so valuable.
Yeah.
I mean, they're valuable in and of themselves because, it's so important to give kids that kind of an outlet.
Right.
But then they
it's
also
like
craft some of the most talented adult skaters you'll see in the sport.
I mentioned earlier about supporting this sport where people can be their truest selves, but let's not forget about the fact that the minor assaults, that's even more important when you're between the ages of 10 and 17.
Yeah.
Is having a place where you can be yourself and feel like you're okay to show people your nerdy side or your whatever side that you don't think you can show every day at school. You can go hang out with your friends and just be weird.
Yeah, I always say, because we obviously promote our juniors program every time we have a game, and I always say, if you've got a kid who is, needs to burn a little energy, get a little anger out, there's no better way to do it than to enroll them in Derby.
Exactly. Yeah. Would your kid be a good candidate to be handed a snare drum if they joined the concert band? Have them play roller derby.
Does your kid like to hit? Have we got the sport for you?
Does your kid like to go fast and hit, but NASCAR's not in your future?
Buddy, they are going real fast and real left out there.
Yeah, it really is just amazing to be this close to the track, too. Our vantage point at the Hall of Dames back in Phoenix is about like this, and just the physical sensation of people going by that fast is fabulous.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is such a cool setup. And I said this already, but shout out to the LA AV team. With all the graphics, I felt like I was announcing a minor league baseball game.
I mean, with the multiple camera angles, the whole thing. I told one of the camera operators already. I was like, "Man, your guys' setup is great." I mean, ours is good. I like ours. The camera work is fabulous. We have our stream has a little score bug and stuff that's all home built.
Yeah.
But the whole production here is just great.
Yeah, it's truly fantastic. I especially there was the one angle that was right at one of those turns, and so when you would just see the jammer just whip around, it was such a cool shot that we kept getting to see. So
fans, don't forget, obviously on the slate next year, several tournaments, the ones that I'm aware of because I'll be working them. There's Roller Rage 2025, which will be in January. That again is an all gender tournament, or lack thereof, open gender tournament, I guess what you would say. Anyhow, that is in January. What else do we have? You were.
I think we're about ready to say.
There we go. Hey.
So long. So
yeah,
we
you know what? Yep. They said Clofton quit killing time. Looks like we're ready to hand it over to the awards ceremony.
Yeah, stick around. We're gonna do the MVPs in just a minute. Stick around.
Absolutely.
But we're gonna go ahead and sign off.
Yeah.
I am. What you say, Jay?
I'm Clofton P. Grudge.
Thank you so much for sticking around with us. We've had a blast, and
right.
we're gonna get those MVPs going in just a little bit here.
Yeah, stick around.
a list of the awards?
Do we what?
Having a list of the awards?
A list?
Like, yeah, I'm just wondering. I know I have to present. I just wondering how, like, what order or anything.
Is there
Are we always get the championship trophy first? Yeah, Chance, we do the. I think we do the game trophy first, and then we do. welcome to the 2024 Battle on the Bank Championship Trophy Ceremony. Give it up, everybody, for all these wonderful leagues who are participating in the first Battle on the Bank in 5 years. We survived a pandemic. We have survived everything they have thrown at Bank Track Roller Derby, and we are here to show that we are here to stay. I want to thank the Roller Derby Coalition of Leagues, the 2024 Radical Officiating Crew, our doll repair team and EMTs here at Doll Hall, the home of Los Angeles Derby Dolls, our track monkeys, Sawhorse, Jim, Disco Tests, and Ziggy Stardust, who have been phenomenal. I have to thank our AZDD rad crew for doing the live streams, event AV, promo videos, often while between skating games, and of course the AZDD events, and all our wonderful supporters and volunteers, Junior Derby Dolls, Cal Squad, and the Trans Agenda for joining us for Expo bouts. And of course, supporters of the league, the City of Vernon and the Vernon Community Fund, S1 Helmets, Frogmouth, and our wonderful vendors this weekend, Wicked Skatewear, Roller Shirts, and Garden Gals. And now, on behalf of the Los Angeles Derby Dolls, I would like to present the 2024 Radical Battle on the Bank Championship Trophy to the Arizona Derby Dames Hot Shots. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh my God, congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. It is an absolute honor to present the Arizona Derby Dames with our championship trophy for the Roller Derby Coalition of Leagues, Battle on the Bank 2024, Battle on the Bank 13. Once again, give it up for Arizona, everybody! Yeah! All right, now, while we're sure that they're going to take good care of it, there's a whole lot of people who want to get it back. But right now, we want to start with awards for our officiating crew, the 2024 Radical Officiating Crew, and I know that they have some awards that they wanted to present to themselves. Do you have your awards? Oh, we're doing them now. No? Don't worry, we'll fix it in post. This is fine. It's roller derby, everybody. All right. All right, so first we have now these are the awards that were voted by the skaters. The first one here is for the refs, MVP of the tournament, non-skating official, Bunny Hawley. Oh my God, this is so cool. Okay. And now, for the refs MVP for skating, Tricky Ricardo. Nobody jumps a skater in the infield quite like Tricky Ricardo. All right, and now for the refs MVP overall, it goes to Ref Boyardee. If these are the reffing crews, we're not letting them go. We're keeping them all here with us in Valhalla because we love them all so much. All right, and now we have the team MVPs. We are starting first with the Texas Roller Derby All-Star Army, the one and only majestic TXRD. The team MVP blocker goes to Ambitious. Good fucking job. Fucking good job. The team MVP jammer goes to Nina Gilotina. And then now for the TXRD team MVP overall, it goes to Scapegoat. Oh, that's so wonderful. This is like the best thing ever. Okay, and now for Tilted Thunder. Where's my team in purple? All right, MVP blocker goes to MK Ultra. So fantastic. And now, Tilted Thunder MVP jammer goes to Legs Get 'em! Thank you so much. And now for the Tilted Thunder Roller Derby MVP overall, Crash! Thank you. Congratulations. Everyone's an MVP, but man, these people are so good. And now, the winner of third place of the 2024 Radical Battle on the Bank is Los Angeles Derby Dolls, and their MVP blocker goes to Penetration! And now, for the Los Angeles Derby Dolls DDX, team MVP jammer goes to Jane Woe. It's like Derby Christmas. This is the coolest thing ever. All right, and now for the LADD team MVP overall, it goes to Jaeger Bomb. So fucking awesome. Thank you so much for being part of all of this. Gonna miss you, Jaeger. All right, coming in second place. That's right. San Diego Derby United are wildfires. And San Diego's MVP blocker goes to Rocks and Socks. You rock so much. Thank you so much for being here. All right, now San Diego's MVP jammer goes to Sugar Rage.
Thank you so much.
All right, now San Diego MVP overall goes to Rogue Rammer. Congratulations. And now for our 2024 champions, Arizona. MVP blocker goes to Skid Vicious. For our champs, the MVP jammer goes to Dolly Spartan. And now for Arizona MVP overall, it goes to Lightning. Oh, we're so grateful for all these wonderful people. And we got more. This is the Battle on the Bank 2024 MVP blocker goes to Al Annihilator.
Very well earned.
Battle on the Bank 2024 MVP jammer goes to Legs Get 'em! All right, and now Battle on the Bank 2024 MVP overall goes to Rogue Rammer! Congratulations to everyone who participated in this tournament won. We did so many wonderful things. People have often said that bank track roller derby is dead, but we show that real bank track roller derby is alive and well, and we're all the stewards of it. And I'm so grateful for everyone who watches and makes this possible. And I want to thank all of you for being here. And I do believe that the enforcers do have a few more awards. Did you want to do are you doing your awards privately? Okay, well, they have the super secret ceremony apparently, and we're not allowed to check it out. So I can only imagine there's a blood sacrifice. So with that in, I think that's it. We're getting ready to head over to our after party at Benny Boy Brewing. All the information is on the Battle on the Bank website and at derbydolls.com. Make sure you check us out, and we'll have information for who's going to host Battle on the Bank 2025 as soon as we find out. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Eva Lee, signing out.